this would be session 3. Write that down on here. Keep track of my sessions. And we ended session 2 with Varys being arrested for attempting to, well, not attempting, but actually conning the mayor of Midpoint. Uh, Unfortunately, the lawful good or close enough to it character in the party had an objection once he realized what was going on there, and as a result, the guards arrested and drug him away. Um, you guys are sitting in. Some of you guys are still in the chamber with the mayor, aren't you? Or did you all go outside to see Varys being hauled off by the guards?
I thought
They
I was
probably
still
would've
in
heard
there
the
with
commotion.
Nori.
Okay, so
They probably would have heard the commotion.
So Keen is still in there. Who else is in there?
Nori.
Keen and Nori are still in there. The rest of you guys are outside. So yeah, because I remember the turtle, high-fiving him outside. So yeah, and then it was Kel who pointed a crossbow at him.
Yep, hand crossbow.
Yeah. So now that he's been drug off, and I think he's shooting daggers from his eyes out at his coworker. What would you guys like to do? What about we start with Keen and Nori and find out what they're doing inside the. Oh, where's Jesse. Where are you at the moment? Are you inside or outside?
I would have stayed. I think I went outside with Nori.
Okay, so no, Nori's inside.
Nori's
Jason
staying
is.
inside.
Oh, Jason's inside.
Jason's
Okay.
Jason's outside, I think.
Okay, well, let's just go with this. Everybody has, by this point, is outside. Keen is standing in a doorway watching Varys being hauled off, alongside Jason and Tabaxi and everyone. Everyone is now outside. You'll have to see, the one guy with the crossbow. Are you still holding your crossbow up, or did you lower it once the guards took him?
I lowered it as soon as they told me to lower it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm in the same room as Enola. I'm leaving now.
Okay, so
But yeah.
so Tallulah was there to.
Hey, darling, you need to mute your mic. It's picking up everything upstairs through your mic.
So Tallulah was
Sorry.
there to witness, you pointing that crossbow, but I'm guessing everyone else didn't see it unless they were outside at the time.
They probably heard the commotion of him running, but everyone else was inside, I thought.
Yeah.
Me, Varys, and Tallulah.
So Jason is kind of rubbing the back of his head. What was that all about?
Tallulah's just gonna keep quiet.
Yes.
Dear?
Can you guys hear me okay?
No,
Yes.
I couldn't hear anybody. I just heard somebody go, yeah, and then nothing.
Sorry. I was drying off my chair, because I also rolled my ankle earlier and spilled tea and food all over my desk, so I'm in the middle of cleaning that up while getting D&D set up. Fun. But, what I was saying, in character. Yeah. Apologies. He did something he shouldn't. I had to report.
You keep
We have
breaking
to
up
do
when you're
right now,
saying that, by the way.
You keep cutting out.
I'm cutting out?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit. Hopefully, T did not get where. Hello. I'm very concerned. I'm going to see if I can try out equipment, and hopefully I didn't ruin hundreds of dollars worth of electronics.
I killed my keyboard spilling tea on it.
Mm.
My poor Logitech. It was the one with the little screen on it. They don't make them anymore.
Oh, those are. Aw. I have a Logitech one that the R button hasn't worked on it properly in a long time, and it was one of those things where right around March I was thinking, I really should go buy a new keyboard, but I just bought a new phone, and I can live another month without getting a keyboard. I can save some more money, and that was March. So yeah.
I got a really nice Corsair keyboard with really clicky keys, but Can't remember what cherry key it has, but they're really clicky. I like them.
All right.
I'm about to go kill that dog in about 2 seconds.
So some of the guards that still stayed behind, not the ones that it drug off Varys, are now looking at the rest of you.
Darling, you gotta mute your mic when you're not talking. It's catching up literally everything, and they're refusing to shut him up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get so easily distracted. I hate that. I hate getting distracted so easily. Anyway. So the Minotaur guards outside the city hall are the ones that are still there, that not the rest of them that drug him off, are now looking at the group of you, and like some of them are looking at Kel, some of them are looking at Tallulah. They haven't quite noticed Keen and Jason, who are at the door looking out. And the one Minotaur guard kind of snorts and goes, "Was that a friend of yours?"
So, friend.
You're very much breaking up, Kel.
Associate, not a friend.
The Minotaur kind of looks at the rest of you guys.
He got himself. I'm not Urk. I mean, he did get himself into this trouble, so he can get himself out of the mess.
The mayor slowly walks out. Keen, are you still standing in the doorway? Are you stepping to the side?
He might step out, but to the side, like
Right.
you know.
And Jason is like right next to you at this point. Is like keeping pace with you, as the mayor kind of steps to the front hall with two more of his guards back behind him. It's like, well, this is quite distressing. I've just been informed of what's happened. And he kind of looks around at the rest of you. This is not good. Kind of looks over towards what was it, Nori?
Nori, yeah.
And says, "You seem to have noticed something was wrong, but you didn't interfere with what he was trying to do."
I was trying to wrap my head around what exactly I was hearing.
Roll a persuasion check.
I mean, I did tell him about it. That's gonna give me credit, telling them about it.
Yes, you did tell me about it. The mayor nods a bit. Still, he seems to have made off with the money I gave him. The guards were only able to recover half of it.
Nori just looked at everyone who was outside when this happened. Which one of you have it?
Obviously, he didn't give me anything, but I'm honestly fine with just doing the job at this point, since I'm sure that money would have been what we would have been paid regardless. All I know is that we work for Amaru Corp. Our actions relate directly back to our reputation.
That it does. Kind of narrows his eyes a bit. And considering that Imaru Corp is going to be promising jobs in the upcoming years, that once we get the railroad built and through, and Midpoint is going to be a big stop on this rail, well, it would not be good if for Imru Corp either. To
Exactly.
yeah.
That's why I called it out the moment I saw it.
So you're going to undertake this job for me? Go down to the sewers, find out what's going on.
I mean, that was the original plan to begin with, anyway.
Good, good. And the mayor just claps his hands and looks at the some of the guards and just kind of nods. How about you escort these individuals to the nearest entrance to the sewers and see if they can find what's going on down there? One of the Minotaurs nods and looks at the group of you. Is there gonna be any trouble?
I wouldn't think.
There shouldn't be.
Jason kind of looks at you all. I'm not part of your
You're not
this-
leaving my sights.
all right, I'll go with you.
That's better. Lead the way, good sirs.
All right. Where's my sewer map? Okay. And need to add Jason. PCs, Jason. Yep. And you all leveled up last time, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
So
Got my
level
whole
2 now?
1 hit point. Woo!
Yeah.
You're all level 2 now.
Hi, cultist.
Ah, crap. You guys saw that. Ah.
Don't worry, I'm not looking at the screen, so it's a complete new to me. It's fine.
Sorry. I didn't realize it was going to show.
I just see like a circle, like where there's a torch.
Yeah,
So-
I
it shouldn't
can see.
it shouldn't be showing that because I thought I had everything set up for light and so it shouldn't be showing any of that. I don't understand why it's doing that.
Forget
Yeah,
Keen can
could
see
be
60
that-
feet in dim.
Yeah, and I'm looking at where Keen's at, and he shouldn't see anything of that nature. But yeah, so it's like
Depends on if you have your map. Just well, no, it shouldn't, because I don't have a.
I mean,
yeah.
if that's where our tokens were on the other map, like that relative position, there is a possibility that it's just carrying over that old vision data. I can't remember where my character was on the map initially.
Yeah, there you go. 504 enabled. There, that should help.
Now everything went dark.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
But when Keen started seeing things that yeah, sorry that I'm gonna have to go back to Fog of War rather than just dynamic lighting. I like dynamic lighting a lot better, and I know I had this map set up for dynamic lighting, but Fog of War it is. All right. Do you guys all see your tokens?
Yep.
Maybe.
I don't, but I also don't have dark vision, so I have to light a torch.
All right. Going to put a torch on Kel.
One more level. Then I never have to worry about it again.
Okay, so torch displays, I can't remember how many feet of light? Is it 10, 20, 30? What is it?
I think it's either 10, 10, or 10, 20, 20. Let me double.
It's in the compendium. If you...
All right.
My computer's running very slow at the moment, so I'm
20-foot
Yeah,
radius.
2020.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
bright 20, dim 20.
All right, can you see Kel? Is light emitting from you? Nope. Hold on. Let me fix that.
I don't see any light at all.
Yeah, dynamic lighting update hasn't fin. Oh, it's also because of. Never mind. I see what's going on with you. I didn't.
Am I off the edge of the map or something?
No, your thing hasn't got the has sight thing set properly. There we go. Can you see now?
Yep.
I cannot see.
All right. So I guess right now at the moment,
Does Tallulah have dark vision?
yeah. Well, no, sorry, no, turtles don't have dark vision, but I think part of it's. Oh, yes, they do. Hold on. Yeah, it says has sight in it. You should be able to. Oh, that's keen. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking at the wrong person. Yeah, turtles don't have night vision, so that means there's no torch here. Let me fix it on Kel.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to come here for a minute.
All right. Mute your mic.
All right. Anyone else having trouble seeing?
No, I can see.
Orb seems to go around, so.
Yeah. Apparently, Kel was the only one, the only token who I forgot to sorry, Kel was the only one I'd forgotten to set up something with, unfortunately, when I was doing the tokens. So everyone else has their tokens set up properly, which is good. So, you guys have found yourselves taken down into the sewers. It definitely does not smell good down here. These sewers, which seem to be focused in the center of this small city, large town, are old. They're still in use versus some of the outer sections where you're currently been staying, where there's just an outhouse. This section clearly has some kind of plumbing and some
Hey,
sort of
Grizz.
yeah.
I have somehow accidentally got like nail glue on my fingers.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna. Cal and I are gonna go try and detach myself from myself.
Ouch.
Be back momentarily.
Okay.
Detach myself now.
Fun times. So
It almost sounds like she has like some sort of.
So the air echoes with sounds of dripping water. The stench is foul, although in some ways it's a bit nicer than those outhouses you were having to use earlier. Still nothing compared to the bathrooms back home, which would be like pristine compared. Even truck stop bathrooms are still pristine compared to the stuff you've been dealing with here. But you do detect odors, so clearly the sewer is still in use. And of course, along with the sound of dripping water, there is the occasional feel of a dampness just in the air itself, coalescing under your skin. So, what would you guys like to do? Jason is kind of making a face, by the way. Going,
So there's we don't really know what kind of weird business is going on down here, right?
No,
And that's why
that's what we're.
So
to
I guess-
investigate.
Keen, I don't know. They didn't really say like what they thought was going on down here. They mentioned rats, but like footprints, any kind of that kind of stuff. Like,
Roll-
is it ground mucky, muddy?
roll for investigation. The ground is a bit mucky in places. There's definitely central like waterways, which are mostly brownish sludge with other colors that you'd rather not spend time. But the ground itself along the sewers, like there's bits of muck, small bits of mold, all sorts of stuff like that. And Keen, as you look around carefully, like, examining everything, you do see that there appear to be footprints heading in this direction. Ones that appear to be from some kind of booted feet.
So not otog or rat or
Correct. They're definitely something.
things that probably shouldn't be in a sewer.
Correct. Probably something more humanoid. Given the foot tread.
Hey guys, footprints. And he just points off in the direction that they're going. You want me to go check it out?
I think we should all. I'm
Maybe
doing my
we
admin.
should all check it out. We don't know what's down here.
Because splitting
Feet.
up is the way.
They wear boots.
Well, then more reason to not split up. Even if it is just for scouting.
Then we can running it.
So which way were the footprints going?
Keen, you have spotted them going this way, going up this passageway.
Where's the arrow tool? I don't remember where the arrow tool is. I see look tool? Snap
The-
center?
The one that looks like it, like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
how to
that's
do
the
that.
snap to center thing. The
Oh, okay, they changed the name of it.
yeah,
So yeah, that way.
the ruler.
Keena's gonna kind of walk up to here and just peer around the corner.
Let's see.
He's gonna try to
Keen-
be sneaky about it,
Okay,
maybe.
roll stealth, please. And Keen, as you peer around the corner, you can see something, a bit of white sticking out of the water, moving in a more purposeful way than just floating there.
Which water down?
The
Oh,
the water
up,
to
up,
the
up
north.
the hallway.
Yeah, up the
Okay.
hallway as you peer around. You definitely see a skeleton moving back and forth in that water, just kind of slowly meandering.
He's just gonna back up a little. He's gonna be like, "Skeleton! That's what we're here for,
Well-
right?"
Well, the overall goal is to figure out where the undead's coming from.
Maybe the sewer?
I mean, it's worth a shot. The reason why we're down here specifically is to see if the sewer has anything to do with it. And because we're now officially obliged to do it.
So do we wait? If there's combat coming up, do we wait for the other two to get back?
That would probably be a good idea, because other than that, that would make me have to roll everybody, which, it's not that fun when you have to roll hood combat and already have an NPC.
All right, I am back. I'm unsure if Tula's jumping back on.
How is she?
It just
Do you have
been,
fingers again?
she got the finger,
That's good.
but
Her
I guess
face is
just
now glued to the
with
desk.
random. No, we had a, I know. We had a great day. We did a bunch of cool stuff, but literally just within the last 2 hours, a
Things have
dog
been going to hell.
dog just misbehaving, and we had to cook with a bit of time crunch just because the thing ended up being really quick for you. I was not resolved, but it
Yeah,
got
I'm
a little
sorry.
quick. You're fine. So we're a little behind on dinner, and just she's now all of a sudden she's I don't know if she's jumping back on or not. I guess she is completely unwilling to
Aggravated.
play today just because she doesn't feel like it. It's frustrating because again I rolled my ankle and spilled tea and food all over my desk that I have to.
You guys are
that I-
both having a bad day.
Nothing. I'm still having a great day. I had a bad hour.
Or that's what I
We
meant to
got
say.
go
I'm
the
sorry,
zoo,
bad
I had
hour.
delicious I had delicious food. I have more delicious food. I'm gonna be eating. She's also just been snapping at me when I've literally just been trying to help and keep the day moving in a good manner. And
Well, see, that's
I
a reason
want
for
to roll
somebody to snap.
initiative and shoot some
That's
shit.
that is a reason for people to snap at you, though. If you're trying to keep the day rolling when their day is suddenly not going so good, then that can make them be not so happy with you.
But that doesn't justify it. Trying to resolve an issue is not a justifiable reason to be snapped at. Dismissing? Definitely. But trying to resolve an issue so the day can continue? I just want to get to a point where I can roll initiative and shoot something, hopefully.
Well, we're almost there. I saw a skeleton.
Hmm.
We're pretty much there.
Yeah, but not sure if she's getting on or not. She got the finger free, but it hurt. She's just kind of done with the day. Worst case, just give me your sheet and I'll just do all the rolls for battle axe or greatsword or whatever she has.
Yeah, I kind of love that.
Does Keen have a ranged weapon?
He has a gun, but I don't know if I want to be shooting a gun
No.
in a sewer with because
please
it's gonna be
don't.
loud.
Ranged weapon.
No,
don't.
Keen has a gun. No, he's not shooting his gun in the poop hole.
So Keen does not have any other type of ranged weapon.
Mm-mm.
Keen, why do you not have a backup ranged weapon?
He just blinks. Never needed more than a gun.
I have a spare short sword if you need one, but that's
I mean,
all.
he has blades and he has a gun, but like
I'm talking
guns are
about
loud.
spare ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll let you borrow my light crossbow. Okay. You can take the first shot if you want.
Keen kind of like hesitates for a moment. He's like, "There's another little hallway like off to the side. I don't know if I should, you know." He's not sure, like,
Can
if he
you-
should. He can't really see. He can only see like a little like angle of it. He can't
Can
really see
you-
down it.
Are you certain that you would be able to scout that without being spotted?
It's a little slick down here. Never certain. But I can plate the thing and hope it comes this way, and there's nothing that's gonna get, nothing more that's down there that's gonna come at us.
As long as you're certain of what you're planning to do.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I can plink the skeleton, but I guess maybe he might try.
If you want to check out that,
Yeah, he wants to
Small
like try to
corridor
dive across the
first.
hallway and check out that corridor, but he's probably gonna fall on his ass because that's
if
what
you
my luck
do,
is.
if you do get spotted, get back here quickly.
So he's gonna attempt to dart across the hallway. Please don't do bad.
All
Do you want me
right.
to just move where I'm going? Or
Yeah, you can move.
okay. So he's just gonna kind of dart to here, but he can't see anything because he's inside of a wall. I think. There we go.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Did this map a while back, and I think I think I was not doing so well with the.
Or I guess he's like peering around this corner here. I don't know
Yeah.
if he would have gone all, like right in the middle of the hallway, but like with the way that your lines are drawn, I can't see unless I'm.
Yeah, I'm
like,
sorry about
there.
that.
It's all right.
Oh, it's also probably because of reveal area BS stuff. Ugh. Yeah, just why I didn't want to do fog of war, but you guys could see certain things that weren't supposed to be seen. So yeah, you kind of duck around the corner, and you notice there's several other moving shapes up in the darkness to the north. That skeleton is not alone.
But what about to my
But when
west?
you pest into the corridor, you don't see much except for eventually it goes into a wall and seems to be the auxiliary passageway that seems to head north and south past there. You don't see any movement in that direction.
Can he hear anything that way?
Well,
He's not very
perception check.
perceptive, but he's
Yeah.
gonna try to listen. Doesn't listen.
Nope, just your blink, blink. from the occasional dripping of water.
So I guess he's gonna use whatever. What weapon did you give him?
Light crossbow, and I would have given him all of my 10 bolts.
All right, so he's gonna light crossbow that the one skeleton that he sees, and
Okay.
then I guess cunning action lets me. I forget what cunning action lets me do.
I believe
I think that lets me
Let's-
roll back.
Yeah.
It'll let you
Take
dash
it-
as a bonus
Okay,
action.
so he's gonna plink that skeleton and dash back, or attempt to plink the skeleton and dash back. And since I don't have a light crossbow, I'm just gonna roll a dex roll, I think.
Okay.
So add 2 to this, I guess.
All right.
15,
I believe
and then
that-
he's
yep,
gonna
that'll
like
definitely
kind
hit.
of scooch
Uh,
back here.
So
backward.
what's the damage, Nori?
1d8 plus your dex mod.
A D8 plus 3. 7.
All right. Skeleton is still alive, or undead,
Mm.
and combat has been
Still
Still
animated.
Yes, it's still animated. And now it is time for combat. You hear it rattling, and it is definitely shuffling.
Oh, I actually get a sneak attack on that.
Oh, wait, you're right. Sneak attack. Therefore, roll your sneak attack damage. Let's see
I'm
if it's
not
still
sure
up.
how. Does that do
Sneak
anything?
attack-
Come on,
sneak
do it.
attack
There you go.
D8. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, yeah. One
Forget combat. The skeleton just went kerplunk and
Seems
dropped
boring.
into the water.
Keen just peeks around the corner and he's like, I think I killed it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it didn't come and I don't see it anymore.
Well
But there's
done.
more, definitely more moving around up there. There's definitely more up there.
Definitely more.
I can't. Did you mention how many were up there, or just more?
You notice some more movement, but you don't know how many there might be. There might be more in the shadowy corners that you only sort of saw for a moment as you were diving between hallways.
So there's definitely more up there. Couldn't tell how many. Do you
We
just
don't
want to
wanna
rush it? Or no? Okay. Do you want me to scout
Rush.
further? You want me to go up to the end of the hallway?
Just be cautious, okay?
See, can I get up there in one? Well, I don't know if you have the scale on this map. Yeah, I could get there in.
Yeah, it is to scale.
All right, let's try to sneak up to the end of the hallway.
Okay.
So we all sneaking, huh?
No, Keen is. I don't trust everyone else but Keen.
Keen is gonna sneak up to.
Keen thinks he's a
Yeah.
very stealthy boy.
He's not.
Keen did prove to be stealthy.
I'm stuck in a wall though there, so
Yeah,
I'm not really in the middle of the
I know.
hallway.
Sorry.
But
And as you get up there, the skeletons that you now see all turn towards you. You apparently tripped on something in the sewer and sent it skittering into the water, which alerted them to your presence. Now it is time for you to roll for initiative.
I already have my initiative.
with my whole 3. Whee!
Oh, no. We're rolling so low.
Yay! I rolled
I
a 1.
can never roll over a 12. An initiative. It's
Hey,
just a.
You guys, wait, hold up.
No, that was an 11.
I don't like this.
Jesse, that was an 11.
What do you mean an 11?
Well, are we doing new initiative?
You can do a new initiative. 'Cause,
Oh, good.
yeah, I called for the previous one. It
Oh.
didn't actually pan out because
Oh,
turned
good.
out that
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the new initiative, Chris.
you are welcome. Because Keen ended up actually killing it in one hit.
Does Keen have enough time to squeal so they know something's going on?
Please.
Yes, you can squeal as a free action, Keen.
You just hear, oh shit!
Everyone else is still around a corner, though.
Alright, well.
And he's got Nori's ranged weapon.
It's fine, I don't need a ranged weapon. I have my own. I am my own ranged weapon. I'll make my way
Downtown.
to Keen. And I can't see any enemies.
Do you not have dark vision?
I do, but they're just not in my view.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the angle is
I
not
mean, I
good for
can
Nori.
I can see their health bars. I can see 3 health bars, but they're not actually.
You'll see
my
them in a
vision.
second as they like trundle towards me and try to eat me.
But I
They're
will.
not zombies. They won't try to eat you. They're just gonna bash you with things.
I will prepare to use guiding bolt on the first skeleton that comes around the corner.
All right. So you're preparing guiding bolt. Got it. Fangtail.
I'm on a turtle, so I guess I'll help. Is this ground not wet, or is it like
It's
knee high?
it is icky, but the regular ground there is not wet. It's it's the stone. Whereas this part here, the green stuff is the liquid.
Okay, Fangtail will jump down. 30 feet. So here. And I'll hold an action. Chop. Whenever I see corner. Can I do that?
Yeah. What action are you trying to hold? I'm sorry.
Short bow.
Yes, you can hold that.
Yeah. I hold. Short bow.
So I just noticed that Jason's sheet was messed up. I hadn't noticed that before.
Jason? Why are you
Yeah,
doing dirty
Jason's. I had the sheet apparently didn't update properly when I had stored the game in the developer server and then brought it back out for it to be played again after more than a year. But yeah. So skeleton. Let's see, how far away are you from it? Well, this one's actually just going to step into view a bit. It sees Keen and is just going to fire its short bow at Keen.
Yep, that hits. Well, it meets, so.
Yeah, that hits. You feel a bit of an arrow pierce you in the shoulder. Blood starts trickling down.
Damn it! If only they didn't have short bows.
Tallulah.
Alright, so.
Hello.
Sorry.
How you
Hello.
feeling?
Well, I am now disconnected from myself.
Help us smash some skeletons. Maybe it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
You can't
Skeleton
ask the character
smash.
sheet, I think.
25, 30. Well, I'm right here and I don't see shit.
Welcome to the club.
So that be my my turn.
Another. Oops. Let's see how far this one can actually move. Yeah, that one can move there. Another skeleton lumbers into view. Nori.
Oh, thank God! It's actually in my view now.
Yes. Lumbers into view, running at Keen with a short sword in hand, and you throw a guiding bolt right at it, and it blows backward into the water and it falls into a pile of bones, starting to drift away before it can have a chance to hit Keen. Its short sword dropping to the ground. And
I was gonna say, that stupid gravel cower and big. I don't know if it works in skeletons. So I don't know if it has to be. Oh, it's on my turn. I just wanted to
Yeah.
see what it did because I've never used it.
I love kobolds.
It's basically an AoE help.
Oh shit!
Like, is that what it is?
Well, yeah, kind of. I can cower pathetically until the end of my next turn. Everybody gets advantage on attack rolls. So,
From things
but I only
within
get to
10
use it
feet
like
of you.
once
Yep.
for a long rest because apparently
What's short?
my squeak gland like goes dry or something.
Yeah. Yeah, the next one unfortunately comes running at you again with a short sword.
But isn't Fangtail have a hold?
Yeah! My turn to shoot at it with a bow.
So you saw Nori shoot the first one, and then the second one just is running up at the same time. Fire your bow at it, Fangtail. Unfortunately, that arrow goes wide and plunks to the ground right near Keen, but unfortunately short of the skeleton. So the
Got this,
skeleton
King.
just goes and jabs you in the midsection, bringing its blade around, drawing blood.
Got this, King.
The next one is actually going to fire a short bow at Nori.
What one's gonna fire a shot at me?
This one over here.
It can actually see him.
It
It's
can
like,
actually see me?
Okay, it's gonna move. I guess it moves
Thank you.
there. So yeah, it moves into view, aims at short bow, and fires right at Nori. Nori, you feel a aggressive amount of pain as one arrow slams directly into your left hand shoulder, like right through the bone. You can actually feel part of the bone going at this, making your entire arm go numb.
Alright, now I'm mad.
Kel. You're currently one-handed because you're holding a torch.
Yep. So hearing the squeal, I will run to the corner. I'm guessing I can see Keen.
If you
look
get to the
like
corner,
in pain.
get to the corner and see what you see.
What do
Can
I
you-
see?
Can you see Kane from there, or is it too
I
dark?
can kind of see everything because you're just doing the reveal thing. Can I do an aura on my character, just for the general?
No, if you can see it, that means you have enough vision to see it.
I'm saying I can literally see everything.
Oh,
Like,
because
everything
you're
that
because
you
of Tulu,
revealed, I can see.
because of Tallulah. That's right. Because you're looking through Tallulah's eyes. Let me take her back off of your
Oh.
control.
Ooh. I can see into your eyes.
There we go. That better?
Let me refresh real quick. So I can see. I can see the bright light, but can I get the?
And you get what?
Technically, I should be able to see Keen in dim light.
Yeah, you're the
30
problem.
feet away.
I know that. I know. I was just saying, like, can I see Keen looks like they're not in the best situation? There's a skeleton on them.
If you can see it on the map, that means your character can see it. That's what the lighting effect is for in Roll20.
But again, dim light. Can
Yeah.
I see Keen in
Yes.
dim light? 'Cause I
Yes.
can't see him at all. It's fog.
It's not the fog of war. It's the lighting thing. Because at the moment you're emitting light, which means I had to make your token, since it's looking a bit more. So yeah, you definitely do see Keen.
Okay, I'm only asking because from my side, it might just be like the lighting thing being stupid, but I can only see up to Nori. Then it's just the fog of war. Everything's gray out or black.
Yeah, if it's grayed out, you can see it.
Okay. I will
Grayed
go
out's
ahead.
the dim light.
I'll go ahead and take the dash action, and if I may, I'd like to basically interpose myself between Keen and any other skeletons.
There's
Since
no
he's
space.
small, can I do that?
No, he's not a halfling.
Oh,
Only
it's only halflings that can do that.
only halflings can do that because of halfling luck. Everything else, even things that are sized the same as halflings, cannot do
Oh.
that.
It was the luck. I thought it was the size that did that.
Yeah, it's her
Thank
son.
you.
Well-
It's a halfling racial. It's not luck, but it's a racial.
Well, I kind of treat it in the same sense as the reason why they have luck is because of their goddess, and I think their goddess also allows them to be so nimble that they can share a space with somebody else versus all the other small races which can't do that. Or else you would also have
Yes,
that
I
on
take
gnomes
up a full 10-foot square. Ugh.
unlike gnomes and goblins and kobolds. All right.
Do you really want to go around the corner?
So I did. Yeah, I'm repositioning for a reason.
Kel,
And that is my turn.
as you get to the front of that corner, you suddenly hear bones and some kind of weapon pounding coming right down the corridor from you, and a skeleton arrives directly in front of you and goes in for the stab.
Everyone okay?
BRB, guys.
This
People are knocking at my door.
that's more like Keen's tail is getting in the way. Well, I guess you can
That does hit.
could say the same thing.
It's his
Yeah.
butt.
Well, yeah, the tail
All
is
that
part of the
chocolate
butt,
eats.
so. Yeah, so the skeleton comes around and jabs you over the midsection a bit. Jason. Jason has suddenly noticed he's lost his torchlight and stumbles blindly all the way up to Lula, and just kind of puts a hand on her shell to steady himself. God damn it, can't see anything! And he starts looking around.
Alright, Jason doesn't have dark vision.
Grumbles this thing. I should have lit a torch, he mumbles. And because he can't see, can't do anything right now. Keen!
So Keen is going to use his cunning action to disengage from the skeleton that's in front of him. Move back, like, here-ish. Although he's inside a wall and he can't fucking see there, so... There.
Sorry.
And then he's going to fire the crossbow at the one that was on top of him.
Alright.
Which I probably should just drop this damn thing on my character sheet, but I'll just give you a dex roll. And that's plus whatever.
Oh, that's double damage, too.
Nice.
What was it again? D8? Or, no, not D8. Is it a D8?
Light crossbow's a D8.
Okay,
Oh, were you
so...
using light cross?
Yeah, I'm using
Yeah.
Nori's light crossbow, so
Yeah,
D8.
so 2D8 plus whatever sneak attack is.
I don't get a sneak
You don't get a
attack
sneak
because I
attack.
don't have advantage.
Correct.
Ah.
You're
At the
not
moment-
hitting this time.
Not.
And,
There you go.
yeah, that's definitely... Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's again, that's plus 3 again, right?
Yes.
So that skeleton collapses into a pile of bones and a short sword. Keen is on fire tonight.
Okay. Told you to do it.
Nori! You see there's two skeletons armed with bows.
They hurt.
Me about it.
I haven't been.
Let's see. That would get. No, that. Does this. I'm so squishy.
Oh
Yes.
god, that 15. With the 3 Qs, that would. 18 with 7 piercing. What the?
You'd think I wouldn't. I would be comfortable with squishy characters, with how many I actually have.
Yours don't die as frequently as certain people. Although you have lost occasionally to me. Like that time we were playing Curse of Strahd.
Okay, that wasn't fair.
You
That was
lost
not
2
fair.
characters in the death house.
I've never played Curse of Strahd, but isn't that the motto of it? This isn't fair.
Yeah.
My first one died just because of a party member was being stubborn, so I had.
He
and everyone was
ran away from the friggin'
Everybody
ghouls
well,
and fell
I
down into a
had-
pit trap.
I had hardly any DC and hardly any health, AC, and hardly any health. What do you expect me to do?
You
Stand and
decided.
fight?
You decided to lead the group. You triggered the
Nobody was
ghouls,
leading.
and you ran from them instead of backing up, and impaled
fast
yourself on
way.
in a pit trap, and bled out before help could get there.
And then my second character died a hero.
Yes, he did. He sacrificed himself to that garbage monster.
I want to say sacrifice, but yeah. This is a bad idea.
Sacrifice, if you will.
bad idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you.
Okay. No, I can't do that.
Oh my. Have you picked out your dress yet?
Shut up. Well, I might as well just go for it.
You splash down into the water and are now half drenched by the sewage. It's coming
Fine.
up to your
Whack.
to your hip bones. That's bludgeoning, so that's double damage.
Please
It
do
goes
it.
smack, and you see ribs like, flying everywhere, bits of teeth. Unfortunately, the skeleton is still up.
Well, seeing as it's still up, and I'm probably going to die if I don't,
You
I'm
get to
gonna
smite, don't you?
cast. What?
You get to spite, don't you? Or no, that's paladin.
No, that's paladin.
I don't even
going
remember
to-
which class Nori is at this point.
He's a cleric. He's a cleric. It's
I'm cleric.
Ah, yes. The one I figured with
As
the
a
Golding Bind is probably the cleric.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Good plan. Nice. Fangtail.
Oh, whoa! I can't wait to attack things. Here. And I'm gonna aim at the skeleton.
Okay.
And shot that. Wait, would I have sneak attack as well?
No, you wouldn't. You'd either have to have somebody within 5 feet of it, or you'd have to have advantage for some reason.
be doing it from like hiding or something.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Which is why Keen had advantage on the on that first one, because it was a surprise. Keen, technically at the time, was not seen by the skeletons, therefore was considered hidden, and thus it qualified for sneak attack. Second time, unfortunately, Keen's roll versus my roll was not good. So yeah, there was a bit of smash, and a few ribs, and a bit of an arm bone come dropping down off that skeleton. But that skeleton returns fire, immediately raising up its bow and shooting at you, Fangtail.
Oh, I'm dead.
That doesn't even hit you. Goes clattering into
wait,
the wall.
The damage is 3, isn't it?
No, it 13.
Well,
Your
what
AC is 14.
Yeah, it would have been 3 if it hit,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
and it
Thank
doesn't even hit.
God. I was looking at like the attack and actually including that as the damage as well, and I'm like, all of these know
Your
fuck.
brain,
How
your
are you
brain
damaged?
isn't working tonight, is it? Or this morning for
No,
you,
it's
Fangtail, is it?
No. I mean, I was irk at the first time, so yeah.
To Lula.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Oh no, wait, 30. Okay. The dash action is a bonus action, right?
If you have a cunning action.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be the rogue to get the bonus action
Yeah.
dash, unfortunately.
Doesn't higher level monk also get that?
Key
I
point.
think so.
Key point, that's right.
Do you have a head of cabbage you can throw at it, like as a range attack?
Ooh.
Yes!
I'm
Yes!
gonna throw a head of cabbage at
Yes!
it. What do I need to roll?
Dexterity, you wouldn't be proficient at it, so it's just a your dexterity roll. Not the saving throw, but the roll. Oh!
You
And
throw the mean head of cabbage. Now, what kind of damage
for
does a head of cabbage?
improvised weapon, I'm going to count that as a one plus your your dexterity bonus, which is a 2, which is 3 damage. However, I would consider a head of cabbage to be a blunt weapon.
Bludgeoning. Yeah.
It's very blunt, yes.
It's
Which means
bludgeoning.
it does double damage.
Yes.
Are we putting it in
So
a vegetative state?
no, watch this. So Tallulah sees what's going on, picks up her head of cabbage, tosses it over Nori's head like a bowling ball. And next thing Nori knows, instead of a normal skeleton skull, there's a cabbage where the skull used to be.
Nice.
Please say it puts its hands up and like does the like touch the thing
Like it's
before
not
it
sure
dies.
what happened.
Yeah.
I don't think it has the time to do that.
Sadly, the skeleton doesn't even get the cool response like that. It simply collapses into the sewage. We're giving Nori the only
Cabbage?
cool view of it, of the cabbage head skeleton,
Well,
with no
Did the
idea
cabbage
how the fuck
live
that
in the-
happened.
that cabbage could have been nice to eat.
I mean, technically speaking, she could still eat it if she really wanted.
It's
Ew,
in
not
the
sewer water.
sewage.
It's in the sewage water.
So the cabbage fell with it. Yes.
Wash?
Ew.
So did the cabbage fall into the water?
The cabbage is somewhere in the muck now. Yes. Kel.
Darn. Where I am standing, is there water or is it?
It's dry. No, the
Right.
water is the green parts.
I will drop the torch at my feet and rapid fire. Attempt to put 2 crossbow bolts in the thing's chest.
Yeah, okay, that's free action. Got it.
Ooh.
Do you have proficiency the crossbow thingy?
Yes, and I have crossbow expert, so I get the bonus action with the hand.
You don't
Okay.
get disadvantage for not being at range.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I gets rid of the disadvantage for melee.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great if you're playing a that. So yeah, you do 11 damage
Mhm.
total. Oh wait, and it lets you reload. Yes.
Yeah, it removes the loading property completely. I still have to have a hand free, as if to load, but
And
the loading
why do you have
property
why do you have 2 hits?
because my main action to attack and then my bonus action to attack. Whenever I take the attack action, I can use the bonus action to fire a hand
All right.
crossbow.
I was just making sure. I was like getting confused. Like sometimes I can't remember who gets the.
There, just so you can read over.
Yeah, it's just that sometimes sometimes I don't remember who gets more than one attack and when, because it's like
it. You're good.
moving up. It's like a lot of times like character only gets one attack, and then
Mhm.
there's certain classes that have 2 attack, and then they have 2 attack for the longest time and have extra. That thing gets confusing.
Yeah. The way
And
this
then you get
build is
monk.
designed, from level 3, 4, 5, and 6, all of those levels have very significant power spike.
Yeah. So so that particular skeleton, unfortunately for you, did not drop from your 2 hits to it. It just rocks slightly and then comes straight back with its short sword. Oops, it only gets 1
Alright.
hit though, and it botched that, dropping its short sword, as one of the bolts had gone right through the hand, and when it attempted to attack, the short sword just slipped out of its grip instead.
Good.
Which brings it to Jason. He's like, where is everyone? He kind of goes stumbling up there towards Keen, reaches out.
He
touches
doesn't
Keen.
have a torch or anything, does he?
No, you just dragged
He
him
almost
down here
steps on
with you.
Keen, and Keen's like, "Hey, watch it!"
He doesn't have an adventurer's pack. He's just a scholar with books, as far as you guys are concerned.
Oh, yeah, the book, Riz.
Keen.
Yeah.
Pull out that little like squeezy flashlight he got and squeeze it a couple times, and like hand it to Jason. And he's like,
Jason-
"Whenever the light goes out, squeeze it."
Jason
bunch.
is looking just amazed at this. Wow. Neat.
And then I think Keen is nobody said anything about there being more up there, and he's pretty beat up, so he might just like scooch up a little. Oh, actually, he can, if he scooches up, he can sort of see that one skeleton there. I can sort of see this one here. If I move over here, then I'm in a wall and I can't see it at all. So I'm just gonna say I can see him. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, cool. And he's gonna like crossbow that guy. Now that I actually have.
And that body drops into the sewage. And now we're back to Nori.
Alright. Did I see Kel go this way?
No, but roll a perception check.
Oh, great. I'm not good at these. Didn't work.
You kind of hear the sounds of battle, but it's very echoey in here. It's difficult to pin down where it is coming
Well,
from.
if it sounds of battle, definitely not down this hallway. Or over here. Found him. And whack.
And that's definitely not a dropped skeleton. It scatters into the bits and dust. Alright, you're out of combat.
Oh. And I hop back on the turtle shell.
Keen
I'm
is
gonna throw your ass off the
basically
turtle.
taking his dagger and using it to pry the arrow out of his arm, and then he's gonna try to. I think most of the skeletons he shot were in the water, so his bolts are probably gone.
Yeah.
And he only had. You only gave him 10.
10. That's
Right,
all I
so-
had.
Hey Grizz.
Yep.
If a certain turtle was to jump in the water, would she get damaged at all?
Oh,
You probably have to make a constitution saving throw to see if you pick up anything, but taking damage, probably not.
You don't
You
have any
did
open
see-
wounds. I
you
mean,
did
I'm jumping into the
see-
water.
You did see Nori get soaked up there, but it was only up halfway to his body.
Well, I'm gonna jump into the water and see if I can find Keen's crossbow bolt.
Alright, so you're basically jumping in with open eyes then? Is that what you're saying?
are you taking the
no.
cat with you? They probably
No.
would have floated away. I mean, they plinked off the skeleton, and that's flowing water, or is it still?
It's lazily flowing. Fangtail, do you jump off of her before she jumps in?
yeah. Should I make a roll for that?
Make a roll.
Make a roll?
Yes! Yes!
Fail. I want this to fail.
I kind of want it to fail as well. but
I've
what?
never wanted a challenge to roll fails any more than this.
Oh my god, my
Come on, dice
Come on.
gods.
athletics. It's a 0. Wait, acrobatics? Can I do acrobatics?
Oh yeah, it would be acrobatics, because it's a dex roll.
Yeah. 5. Haha.
Aww.
No, the cat definitely flips off of the turtle's back and lands in a nice 3-point landing on the ground without taking any damage or getting any filth on him. Unlike Nori,
But
whose
that-
pants are completely covered at this point.
The dice gods
They're
disappointed me.
beginning to cake.
So what Tallulah's gonna do? She's getting in the water, and she. You said it only went up to like Nori's waist, right?
Correct.
So she is going to like just bend over and start feeling around.
Alright, roll investigation at disadvantage.
Like, I guess, did any of the skeletons that were on dry land have bows on them, or are they all the water ones?
The water ones were the ones that had bows.
Okay, so everything's in the drink.
Sadly, Tallulah, you spend a couple of minutes digging around down there, and you find nothing of worth.
Well, I crawl out, I come over, and I slap Fang on the back.
No.
She, I think I said he earlier, but she is. Oh, yes, you may attempt to roll as you see the really filthy turtle attempting to touch you. Roll another acrobatic check, Fangtail.
You will not touch me. No.
To do that, roll an acrobatic check to see if you're fast enough.
Jonathan, are
Yeah.
you going to touch tomorrow?
Oh,
Oh,
so
Tallulah.
Fangtail, despite being slow on the uptake, her tail probably bushing out, Fangtail does manage to dodge out of the way of the much slower turtle.
Where does she dodge?
I'm guessing she's doing like a forward roll.
Into the water?
No, more.
Oh, please.
More like
That'd be awesome.
We all want Fangtail to get 30.
Yes,
wants
stop.
the scaredy cat to.
She's like, no, need to get away from the muck. Oh.
Hey, Fangtail.
No. She isn't
Hey,
me.
Fangtail. Fangtail.
What?
I heard from the mayor that there's a really attractive guy somewhere in the. He's lonely.
I don't care. He probably stink like Nori at the moment.
I'm gonna pick up Jason.
All right. Roll in athletics.
I love this idea already, and I don't even know it, and I love it.
Jason gasps as he's picked up.
I'm going to walk him over.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm very sorry for what's about to happen.
No!
And
It'll
I
keep
drop
the
him in
cat away
water.
from you.
Jason is going to attempt to dive out of the way. Actually, no. As you walk him over there, or saying that you're going to drag him into the water, he reaches down and touches a hand to you, and just grips onto your shell, saying, "Do not put me in there."
Oh god. Knew it.
Jason's a dead man. He has just hurt one of my comrades. He's dead.
Well, I did. I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah,
we got
Nori's
He
been-
kind of deserves
Nori,
it.
Nori wanted to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
He's trying to avoid getting tossed into the sewer, into the sewage.
So I have a question.
I wanted to keep an eye on them. Probably.
Would that make me freeze?
Well,
Necrotic,
it would
it's not
feel
cold.
it'd feel very cold. The chill touch.
Well then, Tallulah's reaction would be to like just drop her hands, like ow.
And he rolls off, attempts to roll off next to Fangtail. So let me roll acrobatics. And yeah, he should get kind of slides onto his butt onto the floor, but he managed to get off and going ah.
Tallulah's gonna pull out a cabbage,
Are you alright, Tallulah?
and she's gonna like stalk towards Jason.
Maybe
Oh.
don't. He was defending himself. You tried to throw him in
Did
the
he
sewer.
just attack? Did he?
She takes
he?
a bite of her cabbage, and reaches out a hand to help Jason up.
Jason scoots on his butt away from Tallulah. No, you just stay away from me.
You know, attacking someone is not a good reason at any time unless they attack you, which Tallulah has not attacked Jason.
Picking
was
someone up
going
and
to throw-
attempting
she
them
was
to
gonna
throw them into a filthy
Throw
sewer
me
is
into
an
the
attack.
sewer. That could kill me.
How would that kill you? It didn't kill me.
Well, you
What if he
seem to be
ingests
some sort
you?
of freaky, healthy person. I'm not. I don't think I do well inside sewage.
I'm betting they don't
I'll
have
take that
HMOs
as a-
here, guys.
Or
healthcare.
What's an HMO? And yeah, there's the national healthcare back in Lauren.
I mean, they'd give us like antibiotics. They probably just like slap leeches on you here.
Leeches. Are leeches in
No.
there?
You see
That's still
Tallulah
the-
like pick up part of her shell and like shake it to get the water out.
That still doesn't justify attack.
I had to make her let me go. She was trying to toss me in there.
So this was clearly magic.
Yeah. You saw some weird black lines form around Tallulah's skin right where Jason was touching her. But of course he was like stuck on top of her back.
Do you not have any other magic that you could have used to escape that doesn't hurt?
Well, she wasn't taking no. I was trying to tell her to let me go, and she wasn't listening.
At the very least, you must have
No,
visitation.
stop. That's enough.
No, you
She
do not
attempted
tell
to
me
dump him face first
is
into a
not-
filthy sewer. That could kill
That
somebody. He
is
defended
not-
himself.
That is not grounds for attacking
He
one of
was
my.
under attack and defended himself to make her drop him.
He was not under attack.
Being picked up was an attack. Jason just kind of
Hey,
points
guys,
a finger
Fence,
at him.
but should we be arguing in a sewer full of skeletons?
Tallulah's just gonna walk off.
I will follow Tallulah. I don't want to.
Jason's just kind of mumbling to himself. I didn't even want to come down here.
Jason, come with me. I will take you to the ladder.
He kind of moves down this way, away from the sewer water, and kind of staring at the more of the water coming down there.
You know, our job here isn't done.
I know. I'm coming back. But he's allowed to leave.
No,
I
he was
assure
acting.
you.
He was acting
I will defend you,
suspicious.
Jason. Feel free to go.
He was acting suspicious. And I don't believe. Do I know what spell Jason used?
Roll an Arcana check.
Come on, you should be good at that.
Would I know that it was necrotic damage?
Oh god.
Yeah, that's what I.
Tallulah, also
that's what I
roll,
wanted to
also
figure out.
roll an Arcana check. Yeah, because you unfortunately, Nori, have no idea what he cast. Ooh, Tallulah, though, somewhere in your travels, Tallulah, you have seen the effects of Chill Touch before. A kind of a necrotic, low-level necromantic spell.
A necromancer spell.
And Tallulah is
Known
like
to
on
many-
her way
to
back.
many classes, actually.
It classifies as necromancy.
Yeah.
As a necromancy.
But it's
spell.
a cantrip.
So, wizards get it.
Yeah.
Sorcerers, I think, get it. Caster classes get it, I think.
Yeah.
It's general.
It's a basic class or cast spell.
It's still a spell in the necromancy class. Which is red flag already.
Jason,
Jason just points a finger at, no, you stay away from me.
I want to apologize. My actions were uncalled for.
Why did you try to drown me?
I wasn't trying to drown you, I was trying to get Fangtail to jump in the water.
It's not water. It's filth. It's disease. It's stuff that can suffocate and drown you.
Well, I thought necromancers would like that.
What?
You know Chill Touch.
So do a lot
Necrotic.
of people. It's one of those
Kel, he needs to
spell-
stay with us.
spells that you learn when you first start learning magic.
I have no problem with him staying with us. However, people need to stop attacking him or assaulting him or threatening to assault.
I was joking around, Kel. If you can't get that stick that's shoved so far up your fucking ass, then you don't need to talk to me. Sorry, dear.
I'm just sitting here going, is there a problem in real life at all? Just your characters yelling at each other.
Sorry, dear.
You're
I
fine.
love you. I love you.
I know you're
Gotta play your
kidding,
character.
but he's not. And I'm concerned for Jason's safety.
Okay, then I'll leave the little bastard alone. Sorry for trying to make light of a stressful situation. Jason, shut the fuck up.
Jason is glaring at the back, glaring at you.
Go ahead. Do something again.
Moves around behind.
He
behind
did nothing
Kel.
but defend himself.
So help me. Kel, I will punch you in the throat.
All right, and I will put a crossbow into your shoulder.
No. Stop
She like
fighting.
weighs the option. It would be worth it. Fangtail, let's go.
Okay. Hops in the back.
It's
You just
pretty filthy up back there.
You just hopped on the back of a turtle that has
Oh,
sewage
wait, yeah.
waste.
No.
Wait,
Nope,
Too
you
late.
already said it. You already said it.
You got
Fangtail
sewage water
suddenly
on you now.
discovered that that you now have filth on you.
You're fine. Do you want to walk the whole way?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
Then get off
Anybody
my
have a
back.
rag? She has got enough of your. She has got enough of your back.
Oh, there's Keen. Look at there. I was like,
Yeah, Keen's kind of trailing it along, in the like trying to stay to the middle of the group because he's like half dead. He's soldiering on though. He's not complaining.
Is that a cat that I just had?
nope, that was just me going, making noise.
Ah.
All right.
All right.
No, I just made a roll for something to see if it heard you, and it did.
Oh
Oh, God
yay!
damn it.
Do we hear it?
You do as
Exactly.
as the twang of a short bow comes flying out of the darkness right towards Nori.
They can see me?
Yes, it's a skeleton. It doesn't need the eyes.
But like I should be able to see that far ahead probably, but I just see a black
Yeah.
wall. Okay, there you go.
At-
Now
At,
you
at
got
this
there
it.
it
point, Keen, like you
I
know,
can't move my character.
Yeah, I could have seen it from there, so I could have said something, but there was a black wall up. So
sorry. Trying to figure out where the
I
Fangtail
would
is.
have noticed too.
Yeah, for some reason the web browser is being really shitty slow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no more moving, guys. You're in initiative.
no,
Oh,
whatever I
yay.
rolled last time.
So yeah, Nori just suddenly found another arrow poking through it into his skin, as the skeleton that heard him coming fired before he could actually see it.
It's just another arrow. I'll live.
It's about time.
As long as it's not dipping it in the sewage before it shoots it.
Oh god, that means
Poison damage.
yeah.
Don't give her any ideas.
Toxic
Why did I
say
prostate
that?
disease. Also, Nori, roll a perception check.
Why didn't I go proficiency in perception?
Bad.
Oh,
At
that's
least
great.
I'll know. At least I'll know what's coming.
You are also hearing a lot of squeaking coming from the sewer ahead.
Oh boy,
Rats.
they have such a high initiative. Why did Ren get a 20? At least the swarms still goes before me. And the skeleton goes before me. You know, Grizz, I do want to keep my character alive. I kind of do like him.
Well, we'll see. So you do hear also the crunching of you see the one skeleton in front of you that's staying in put with a bow, but you're hearing another skeleton going crunch, crunch, crunch. And you see another skeleton join the first one and take aim with a bow. Let's see. Actually, no, it would have to pass by the other one. Oops. Pass by the other one. Takes aim at you with its bow and fires. And misses.
Thank you.
Thankfully, the arrow goes right into the water. Or sewage. So you're hearing, but you do not see the source of the squeaking at the moment. But you are hearing frantic squeaking. Kel.
All right. So
Does the other skeleton have an initiative? I only see one skeleton in
Oh.
initiative.
You're right.
I swear to God, if you roll a 20 or something, I'm
I could have just put them
gonna
on the same
mute
initiative,
and
but...
eat. Good. It still goes before me. Fudge.
All right, Kel. So what do you do?
Right, I'll run forward to here. And does there happen to be anything within that 10 feet of dim light
Hold
just
on.
outside my actual vision range?
1 second, trying to get the
Not a problem.
thing to.
So
line
they're
up.
both 40 feet away from you, so you probably should be able to see them within the dim. I don't know what dim gives you, if that's disadvantage or anything.
Give me disadvantage to notice them, I believe, but I can still technically attack.
Yeah. Let's see. You probably see the rats and everything. Oh no,
Right.
sorry, not the rats. The skeletons in front of you. Well, the skeletons.
Right.
You'd probably see bits and pieces of them.
But there is a skeleton within 40 feet.
There's two
I
of
love
them.
I love it how it's swarm of rats and
Yeah.
rat.
All right.
The mama and the babies.
So that where I'm pinging, I'll be attacking that one
Okay.
twice.
All right.
Okay.
It's hit twice with crossbow bolts, but it is still up and it's still moving its bow around.
All right, and that's it for me.
All right. Yep. Okay, so from around the corner, the squealing intensifies, and suddenly, in front of you, Kel, bursts an angry swarm of rats that come swarming right up towards you.
Better him than me.
Just barely hits.
And you feel teeth digging into your ankles as several of them draw blood. You hear more squeaking coming down from another passage. Keen!
Like, how many rats can I skewer on one crossbow bolt? And I get sneak attack because they're within, right?
Yep, you get speak attack.
Assuming I hit.
Yeah. That definitely hits. It doesn't do a lot of damage because you managed to skewer a couple of them, but the swarm is still going strong.
So 12 damage total to the squirrers.
Yep.
Oh, and I don't think I'm gonna do anything because I can't do anything fun with cunning action unless I decide to hide. But
Well,
I
you
mean, I
could
could-
probably hide behind Tallulah.
yeah, maybe I'll just try to hide behind Tallulah just to be less of a delicious target.
Jump in her shell.
Yeah, you jump, like you squat down behind her because she is, she's good for hiding behind.
Are you calling me fat?
Nope, she's got a big shell.
You're very solid.
Big
You
shell.
got a nice hard shell.
Better than a soft shell.
So the skeleton turns its bow towards Kel. Lets out an arrow, but it misses him.
This is
Shatters against the wall over here. Tallulah.
Alright. 5.
You don't realize you're providing current cover for a cowering kobold.
I'm going to go over here so I can flank this swarm.
Which leaves Keen unfortunately exposed as Keen's cover goes
And
away.
there goes Keen's cover.
It's like, darn it.
Now, is rage a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage. I should just click that.
No,
What do I
that's
do?
the damage. What I do
Okay.
is you tell me you want to rage, and I put on a rage symbol.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage and I'm going to swing at these rats with my greatsword.
And there should
With
be
advantage.
a global modifier available to so that you're raging, and it'll automatically add the 2 to each of your attacks.
Oh, okay.
There should be. Yeah, there you go. So you basically
Nice.
smash right down through these guys. That's 16, so that's an 8. Having a lot of the rats like spreading their guts all over the place, and some of the swarm break off from their attack on Kel just to eat the corpses that are now littered at their feet. But there's still other bits of the swarm that are busy attacking Kel's feet and legs and ankles.
That's it for me.
Nori.
Nori's gonna go over here. Sorry, over here, and attack the rats. I mean, he would love to shoot at the skeletons, but he kind of gave his only long-range weapon to Keen.
And didn't get it back. Okay. Keen, the pack rat kobold. Excellent.
He'll give it back. He wants somebody to grab him one of the bows from the skeletons, and he'll give it back because he's afraid to use his gun in here.
Wise.
That's all.
Because
Nori
there's
can
poo
do.
gas, and poo gas is flammable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these guys know that with me a lot. Well, all except for Kel, who probably hasn't. Kel and Tallulah, who haven't experienced that yet. But Nori remembers what you
have-
did.
That still haunts me. That action. That still haunts me. Can't believe someone decided fire was a good idea.
That was a really funny sequence, though. Oh no, it wasn't you that did it. Sorry, that was
No,
was
it wasn't
evil.
me that did it.
That was
I-
evil
I'm not-
Fluffy.
I wouldn't risk it. I was outside, luckily.
Evil Fluffy cast a cantrip that caused an explosion. Fangtail.
Hi, yes. Fangtail here. Closer, 30 feet. Closer, and I guess I see. Is that the rats there?
Mhm.
Okay, he will fire at it, hoping to kill.
Fangtail's a boy?
No, fuck! I'm still thinking of. I can't wait till Monday. Choppo!
Really want to play Urk, huh?
Yeah. Sadly, I'm out of arrows now. That was my last arrow.
Wait, really?
Yep.
How do you have so few
I thought you
arrows?
start with 20.
Because I haven't went and purchased any.
I thought the characters started base with arrows, though.
Yeah, you should have had plenty of arrows.
Yeah, like the class equipment starts with like 20.
Well, remember the character had been on her own for a while. Maybe she used them before she met you.
Okay.
Possible. Wait, does that mean I should have a little bit more?
No, there's no XP in this. It's mouse dance.
Nice try.
But yeah, you managed to skewer another rat, and then it's now connected to the wall. Jason just kind of moves a bit forward there. Oops, that was you. Hold on.
Sorry.
Jason moves a bit forward there, thinks about spells, and then, seems to be as cautious as Keen in this moment because he's thinking about, casting a spell, but it looks like he is resistant because of the potential sewer gas issue. So now we go back to the skeleton, and the skeleton takes aim at the back of Tallulah, and lets an arrow fly at her. And because you are raging, you take only half damage, which means you only take 1 point of damage, as you feel a arrow just kind of graze the top of your head.
Sorry, I'm eating a carrot stick.
You
and
okay?
it had a piece of garlic on it.
She's getting in character.
No, it had a fuck you. It had a piece of garlic on it, and I wasn't expecting it. So it was just very spicy.
I miss garlic.
Garlic.
Keen, I just read that as I'm thinking Keen was a toaster.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw too, and then I was like, wait a second. I was seeing it
I
from a
was
distance,
wait,
and like,
that's wrong.
what's
Hang
a
on.
tosher?
You don't know, guys don't know what a tasher is?
I think we're all confused. I'm sorry.
So it's guys that used to go dig around in the sewers for valuables during the Victorian era,
Now that's
Oh.
cool.
and I mean he knew about the otogs and stuff. So that's my theory because he was a street
Yeah,
rat
that-
before he had
That
before
sounds
he
that sounds good. That sounds very reasonable to me. It gives some advantage on understanding about otogs and seeing things in the sewer.
As long as he's not a toaster.
You can just add you can add that to your backstory and say that you get advantage on investigation and perception checks when in sewer.
about sewers. That's why pooping in a hole made me really upset.
So, a startled rat comes swimming around and attempts to bite Nori on the ankle. And misses. Kel!
There was attempts.
Aw, tiny.
It is tiny. It won't exist for long.
Dear?
Sorry, I forgot that I was right after. I. Yep, I will point down at the little swarm in front of me and let loose two. Now, I know I'm technically flanking, but because I have ranged weapons, is that considered advantage or not?
Because you have the crossbow feat, it is advantage.
Cool.
So, yeah. Yeah, you basically have 2 more shots, and that manages to kill and disperse the rest of the rat swarm.
Cool.
But they're
And
still
then I will back up next to
okay. They're still squeaking, and a second rat scrambles around the corner and attempts to bite Nori. And this one succeeds. You feel you feel tiny little teeth dig into your ankle.
What just bit me? What? Oh, it's another one. Why am I popular?
Keen.
Keen probably doesn't even see the rat, so he's gonna fire at one of the 2 skeletons he can see.
Okay.
Probably the more dead one.
All right.
The more dead one.
The less alive one. That probably doesn't hit though.
Unfortunately, the crossbow bolt lands into the muck and disappears.
Yeah, there's another crossbow bolt.
I'll buy more when we get out of here. If we get out of here.
Skeleton takes aim at Nori.
Why do they all care about me? At least the skeletons can't hit.
And it just bounces into the wall. Tallulah.
Tallulah looks at Nori and is like, points at the rats. You got these?
Oh, of course I do.
You sure?
They're rats.
Okay.
How do I not have this?
15,
That's a
20,
nasty looking rat, man. He crit you last round.
25.
1 point of damage.
And the rat attempts to bite Tallulah as she moves past and misses. I was just thinking, just picturing that if in the office, if there was a rat in the conference room, what Nori might do.
Oh my god.
Well, Nori
Okay.
wouldn't have these weapons.
I'm just like picturing it. It's like you in the suit and tie. The rat is sitting on the conference room table, and Nori or sitting on the floor, and Nori's up on the coffee room, the conference room table, and Tallulah just comes in and looks at Nori and looks at the rat.
Okay, so I'm swinging at.
So yeah,
The-
that one basically you swing at it and it explodes against the wall as you do that.
And then, hold on, I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna just step out of the muck.
Mhm.
And that's it.
Nori.
You know what? I don't even want. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, I can. It is a cantrip. I don't even want to get my mace dirty. Now the-
Don't even start thing.
I'm going to use Word of Radiance, and it will hit both the rats. They just need a con save.
They're gonna be the healthiest rats
And
ever.
no damage if they save. Okay, I just need to check on
Yeah.
that.
They have a chance of survival.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if they survive, I'm leaving.
Nope, they both
Good.
they both like fall over. Their tails and feet stiffen and they go limp.
And I haven't moved yet, so. Alright, that's my turn.
Fangtail.
Yeah. So exciting. Dashing out to here's some. So dashing for these guys, 30 feet. Is that a skeleton?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got no arrows.
Pull one out of Nori.
I mean, fair.
It's fair, yes. I do. I have a pin cushion right now.
I'm not close to Nori though, am I?
No.
I will attempt to throw a dagger at it.
All right.
Fuck.
Goodbye, dagger.
No, good. She's gonna hit Tallulah.
Do you not trust me?
No.
No.
Oh. Do I have sneak attack since it's occupied?
Can we get sneak attack?
1d4 plus 8 is.
And the dagger falls into the muck and is gone.
Well, time to
See,
delete
told-
that out of my items.
I told you bye-bye, dagger.
Bye, dagger.
Jason kind of
I know
moves
how
up
the
further
rolls go.
in size. The only good long distance spell I have, but it's dangerous down here in the sewers. That's why I said I didn't want to come. Kel.
All right. So I'll actually go ahead and use my action and cast Cure Wounds on
On who?
on Keen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keen, you take 6. You get 6 points of healing.
Yay.
So much better.
And while I'm running forward, with my bonus action, can I switch from my crossbow to both of my short swords? Or could I only sheath and draw one?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm moving forward in front of Fangtail and Jason. While I'm doing that, can I basically like kind of hook my crossbow on my belt and draw both short swords, or can I only draw?
You can only draw the one.
All right, so I will do that. And that's my turn.
Keen, it is now your turn.
Keen is gonna scooch up and peek between Fangtail and Jason. He only has 4 bolts left.
Something like that.
Yeah, he'll take a shot at the one next to Tallulah.
And you get sneak attack. Alright.
He'll call out to Tallulah to bring the bows and arrows back with her when she comes across.
So you see
So
lots
that
of cracked ribs, cracked skull. This skeleton looks like it's on the verge of falling apart completely. And even as you're yelling to take to get the bow, the skeleton drops the bow it's holding, pulls out its short sword, and attempts to stab Tallulah. Hate when that minimizes the thing I'm trying to open up. 1 second.
patchy. You're fine.
Ooh. But Tallulah isn't. Though, thankfully, she's raging, so that's only half damage. That's 4 points of damage instead of 8.
I'm good.
Tallulah. The skeleton has just stabbed you in the arm, drawing blood.
I'm just gonna hit it with another greatsword attack.
And you launch it into the water, drop it into the mucky water. Thankfully, it has dropped its bow. It had previously dropped the bow directly in front of you, along with some arrows from the other body.
I'm gonna pick everything, all the bow and arrows I can find.
Alright. You get 1 bow, and you manage to recover 15 arrows.
I tread back. Walk over. Here you go.
Jason is still pressing against the wall to get away from you.
I'll split the arrows with Fangtail. So there were 15, so 7 and 8. I can't do
I'm not
math.
greedy. I'll just take the.
Yeah, 7 and 8.
I won't be.
And then whenever Nori comes back from wherever he went, he'll hand the crossbow back to him. Kind of disappeared.
I would like to attempt to salvage the 2 crossbow bolts that I put into the little swarm, and then
Roll-
try to long jump across.
Roll 1d3.
I was also gonna try to salvage the ones on the
First roll
other
one-
side.
first roll
Do I
one
do
D-
separate rolls?
First roll a 1d3. Yes, they're in separate areas. You managed to recover one of them. The other one was broken. It's hopelessly broken.
All right. Could I at least salvage the head to try and work on it if I can get material?
It's
Or it's
very
basically
broken.
shattered.
It's shattered. Yeah. It's like
Okay.
basically useless. Except for kindling.
And I'd like to try and go to the other side and see what's going on over. See if I can get the other 2.
All right. There's 2 more over there. Roll another 1d3. You managed to find both of them still intact.
Cool. Is anyone else concerned as to what's causing this?
I look pointedly at Jason.
Jason is still pressed against the wall, trying to avoid you, and
So
you
how
feel
many-
your rage fade.
How many bolts do I have left?
3, I think. 3. 3. Yeah, 3.
3.
I love it as you
Okay.
did it in like the lowest voice.
It's 3. Great. Thanks. 3 is such a high number.
We can see.
Wasn't
how getting more once
expecting
we
to
on
get,
the
like-
surface.
Slashed up so early in the fight.
It's fine.
Do we need to rest up? I know some of us took a couple hits there.
If we could really rest down here, it's kind of.
Do you
Gross.
really want to rest in a sewer?
We're 2 seconds from the surface. Do we feel okay to continue?
I mean, if something notices that shit got killed down here, then they're gonna up their defenses, so. Somebody made those skeletons is gonna be looking, checking on them, I guess.
I'm aware. But I also want to avoid unnecessary death. It's hard to get paid if we're dead.
I'm good enough to go on, but I can't speak for anybody else.
Yeah, I really don't want to have to come back down here.
All right, works for me.
Now, which
Kel
way do
will
you want to go?
back out.
Tallulah's gonna start marching this way.
Wait, Tallulah, one moment.
Alright, we go this way.
Oh, well,
The great
Sorry.
Tallulah has decided.
Keen's
we-
gonna
we
try.
get pretty
Keen's
much
gonna
going.
stick close to Tallulah, and cause he can see he can use her as a shield, but like see ahead of her to see if there's anything like
All right. Does anybody wish to roll perception or investigation?
I'll roll perception. Well, at least I roll. I
Yeah,
probably
Nori will just keep an eye out.
I'll roll
Best you
perception,
can.
but I can really only do
So-
hearing.
All right, cool. So, yeah. Nori's keeping an eye out for enemies. Very well. Keen, Tulu, stop moving, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, I just wanted to wait until I said what to tell Keen what Keen sees. So, even as Tallulah makes her way across the water thing, Keen, you're very keen eyes in the fact that you're looking down at the ground and looking, following the footsteps that are definitely heading this way. You also notice what appears to be part of a sign laying right here, half buried in muck.
I guess once Keen figures out how to get across the poop water, he's gonna like.
So he wasn't
Well-
like hanging off to Tallulah anymore. He was just.
I mean, he was walking behind her, but he might have hopped on her shell to get across.
All right.
I was gonna say,
That's
Tallulah
probably
goes
over his
back,
head.
Picks up Keen.
I'm gonna jump across.
All right. Roll your acrobatics.
Please.
Oh,
fam.
don't worry. I'm going to successfully.
That one,
Let me
please.
get out of the way.
So you said the sign was like here-ish?
I do a flip.
It signs about there. Yeah.
I do a flip.
Yep. You do. She does a really good landing right on the ground there.
Keen's gonna kind of move forward and like use his hand to like brush crud off the sign.
So you look carefully at the sign and realize that it says in common, "Beware of Otog."
Or anything? Or is it like sticking up out of the ground, or is it like flat? Or
It's flat on the ground. It looks like it used to be hanging along the wall here. And
hey guys, we probably don't want to keep going this way. Those tentacle beasties are.
Well, which way?
Probably-
and
where
Nori
did the feet go?
and Nori, the feet continue this way. And Nori, with your high perception roll, as Keen's saying that, you look around. You think you see an tentacle sticking up in this direction before it draws back underneath the sewer, into the sewage.
Oh, so that's what Nori. As soon as Keen says that, he's like, "Oh, so that's what the eye is."
Huh?
So should we take
They're
this far
they're
away?
they're yeah. We probably don't want to keep going that way if it's down there.
But
They're grabby, drowny,
don't
lots
the,
of teeth.
Don't the footprints go that way?
They do. I don't know how they got past it.
Do we want to wait for it to move?
With your investigation, Keen, you notice that they seem to make a turn right about here.
I mean, maybe we can rush down the hall and it won't come after us. They tend to like to just sit in one spot and eat poop or trash or dead rats. We can
Tallulah,
throw dead rats at it.
Tallulah, God damn it. Tallulah pulls
We have
an
a whole
apple.
trail back there.
She pulls an apple out of her shell, and she's just gonna like throw it in that direction
All right, make an attack roll.
to hopefully distract it enough.
Kill it. I think she's just trying to. I guess a throw to see if it gets over
Hmm.
there.
To see if it's a good throw. Could be a bad throw.
How do I do just a regular attack roll?
Just because it's
Just
a missile
dex.
roll, just roll dex.
Just dex check.
All right, you manage to launch the ample all the way over there. It plunks under the water, and before it can, slowly fall into the thing, you see a large, bizarrely looking tentacle reach up out of the water, wrap around the apple, and drag it underneath.
And Tallulah's like, go,
Right
go,
around
go.
here.
Yeah,
Alright,
I don't
guys,
think it's gonna be
go,
busy
go,
for
go.
long.
Go.
Keen's gonna attempt to move quietly as he scoots along
Stealthily.
and get around the corner.
Nori will be the last to make it. He'll make sure everyone goes for him.
Yeah.
And also try and be as secret as possible, stealthy as possible.
Try to be on top of you, Keen. The wall line is just weird.
The wall liner's a little weird.
Yeah,
he
I
would have
know.
gone far enough in to like make room for everybody. We might just have to pile up.
is, I rolled a 12 on my stealth.
All right.
I don't know if
Let's see
that
that.
causes anything, but
Eyes? They have other senses.
You see the you just see it in the water and over here, but it doesn't seem to have tentacles that can reach quite that far. And it just doesn't seem to be interested in moving. So far so good. Nori and Fangtail?
I'm waiting for Fangtail to move.
I can't move the character. Oh, I'll try.
Oh, you're stuck? Okay. I'll move you.
Oh, god damn it. It's so hard to move my character, like I said, for some reason roll being really laggy. I've even refreshed it.
So Keen, you continue to see with your previous investigation, the footsteps continuing in this direction.
I am going to reach down my hand, like asking if Keen wants a ride.
You sure you don't want me to scout ahead? I mean, I know I caused trouble last time, but
We'll go together.
so you can see in the dark, right? Or do you have a torch? Or it's the two
Jason
in the
and
back that
Kel.
have the. They might want to. I guess. Do they want to hang back in case there's shit around this corner? Because the
Well,
torchlight might
obviously
give them
there'll be
away.
shit around the corner. But
Well,
I'm
yeah,
fine
but
staying.
you know, like bad,
True.
even badder shit than is.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine staying back.
Even shittier shit?
So, should things go
I'd
wrong,
like to be somewhere in the middle.
I'll try and
Hey,
be like
Molly.
behind Keen, but not too close that I ruin Keen's scouting.
hey Nori, real quick.
What?
Any chance, can you produce any kind of light that's magic? I'd like to be able to pull out my swords if needed.
I can.
I know some casters can basically make something glow.
Well, what would you like to be bright?
My shell.
My jacket.
Alright, I'll cast light on Cal's jacket. Enjoy your very bright jacket.
I'm okay with this. It basically frees up my hands.
All right.
Yeah, that would be an awesome spell for her.
Just imagine every once in a while you see Jason like squeezing the flashlight to make it light back up again,
Yep.
and it's going buzz, 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 buzz. Yeah,
Going all metro.
yeah.
I'm surprised
It's
none
been
of
a
you
while since
guys
I played
ended up
that.
thinking. I'm surprised none of you guys ended up thinking of bringing a fucking solar powered
Oh,
battery
I
charger.
have a flashlight, a proper battery powered flashlight, but I'm saving. It's the first time
Jason,
I've ever had to use a
Not
torch
for
as
the
a flare.
flashlight, a power bank. that you
Yeah,
can charge
they
it.
they were given the option to requisition anything they wanted, and since basically I was going with the rules of if they could think of it as a modern thing and they wanted to say I want this, this, and this, I would have allowed them to do that. But I was playing with the idea that I'm not going to suggest to them non-fantasy related objects from the real world if they weren't going to think of it themselves. So if they told me they wanted
no,
they wanted to requisition a power bank, I would have given that to them. But none of them
Nori's
thought
fine
of it.
about
So.
it. I mean, he hardly uses his phone anyway.
All right,
Or-
so Keen, are you going to stealth ahead by yourself, or you're staying with
I'm gonna
Tallulah?
just scooch up to this corner and not go around it,
Okay,
and I'm gonna stealth.
stealth and roll your investigation check.
Investigating. Hello.
All right. Now you seem to have lost track of exactly where the footprints went, but it seems to be the only way that.
Yeah,
this
around the
way.
corner. He's just gonna like lean around the corner. He doesn't see anything.
He sees the corridor arching again.
He kind of waves Nori forward. There's another Brend.
Alright. Guys, a little bit closer. I like
Yeah,
raise.
I let the party come up closer so they're not having to like go like 60 feet again to get.
Yeah. Like, I wait for the group to get a bit closer. Alright. Continue on, my friend.
All right, one more hugging the far wall, I guess.
No, you can keep your stealth roll. I'll
Okay.
let you for that.
Okay, so he's hugging this wall and peering up that way, but he can't. Doesn't look like he can see much.
Yeah.
Can you respot these footprints?
Yeah, I'll investigate again, I guess, unless
Alright.
you keeping that roll.
You can. All right. So you look for the footprints. You definitely see them, but you also see something else. You see a section of the floor that is slightly more raised than the others, and you see little holes on either side, down near ankle level.
Crap, it's a trap. Can I attempt to disarm it with my thieves' tools?
Yes, you may.
I don't have a stat set to that. What stat would you like me
Dexterity,
to-
please.
Please don't hurt yourself.
I'm gonna give it a dex.
All right.
Yeah.
You crouch down over it. You start jimmying the pressure plate, figuring out exactly what's going to shoot out of those holes, and you find you figure out that there's little darts in there, and you set about keeping the thing from going off, even if somebody stepped on it.
Wait.
Fairly simple.
Can I get any of the darts out of it?
Sadly, no. The only way to do that would have been to launch the trap.
Darn. I guess I guess once he gets that disarmed, he would peek into the room. Do you want another stealth roll for that, or?
Yep. You're just going off of the previous stealth roll.
Okay. So he's just peering around this corner, see if there's anything in this room.
You look around, you don't see anything, but you do see other corridors. You see a corridor going this way, you see a corridor going up that way, another corridor directly in front of you.
Coast is clear.
Alright.
He wants to investigate, make sure there's no other traps before in this area here.
Alright, so we're going to continue off with the investigation roll you already made. You look around, and the only thing you see is that the footsteps are heading to the north. There doesn't appear to be any more traps.
Drop.
Going in circles.
Alright, Kino Scout. Where to?
Well, to the north it looks. So he's gonna go to here and peek around the corner. Just let me know when you want another stealth roll or investigation or whatever.
You're good.
So he's peeking around this corner.
And finally, you get to what appears to be some kind of gate. And you see little bits of light coming up from the north.
Can I see if it looks like it's locked, or is it just
You can scurry over to it, yes.
doesn't want to scurry over to it? There's light. He's gonna relay what he sees back. Hey guys, there's a gate and lights. Can he hear anything?
Roll a perception check.
He's not very perceptive. But we'll see. Can he hear? Just more dripping.
You think you hear very faint whispering, like people talking in hushed voices up to the north.
People.
Alright, everyone. Get ready.
Yeah. Do we
Things
all
are
want to
about to
get up here?
Things are about to...
Keen's gonna get right up against the wall right here, but that's as best I can position him with the grid snap. I think you can hold control and not snap to the grid?
Oh, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be right there, and
Fucking-
trying to see the gate as best he can.
Alright.
Can Nori hear anything other than just
Roll a
voices?
perception check, please, Nori.
Yes.
Alright. So you're hearing some of them saying, well, we know somebody is somewhere in the sewers. some of the guards have been taken down according to the to the trap. Sorry, according to the sensors. So we gotta be ready. Just keep watch. They're either they're gonna be here soon or they're gonna be Otug shit sometime in the future.
Tallulah looks at Nori. Can I break the gate?
Did Tallulah did not hear this?
No, but she's wanting to break this gate.
Is it locked though? Like,
Yeah.
It does appear to be locked. Yes.
Tallulah, I think a quieter approach might be better.
Tallulah, sadly lowers her greatsword.
You can use your greatsword on the people who think we're stupid enough to get killed by the Uktag.
She smiles and raises her greatsword.
alright, so what kind of rolls do you want for me trying to A, get in front of the gate and not B, pick the lock?
Stealth followed by thieves' tools with thieves' tools dexterity.
Stealth, don't fail me now. Come on, stealth roll.
Come on, kobold.
Yay!
And then, let's see, query dex.
So you deftly, silently, and practically invisibly make it over to the gate, and without making a single noise, manage to get both the lock off and the gate actually open. Without the people that you can sort of see up to the north turning around and noticing that you're there.
He just puts his back against the wall, like so Tallulah can get by and without squashing him, and gives her the thumbs up.
Tallulah looks at Nori.
I'm assuming
just
Nori
nods.
can see that too.
Nori just nods.
Are we going?
So that means Tallulah gets to basically get a single round of movement before anybody else because of this.
There we go.
And now for an initiative.
This is nerve wracking. I'm not used to being in the front.
Don't worry, neither am
But you
I.
are
Do you
used to
still
rolling
have a
first.
rage?
Nope.
Yeah, I do.
2 rages a day.
Oh, that's sorry. I was
Then-
thought
then
you were
you
talking
won't
about
be
the earlier raging. Yeah. By the way, the
Alright.
the smell of sewer is a bit less here. The noticeable sewer gas smell is gone. Well, it's not gone. It's just that it's so far in the background that it's unlikely to cause a problem in this region.
Yeah, but Nori and I are coming in.
For some reason, it
Cover
didn't
him.
apply the 6 to my token. Feel free to take the 6 or the 7.
Wait, let's think. There. Wait, initiative. I'm getting there. Sorry.
At least Tallulah won't be by herself in the front. Nori's a front fighter.
Yeah, and Keen is more of a does weapons. It's just that when he's hurt, he's very squishy. Super squishy, squishy.
Aren't all rogues?
Yeah, but some, like the Swashbuckler, are actually surprisingly hard. Swashbuckler can add charisma to their AC.
Yeah, my charisma is like 0, so it's kind of pointless. I was gonna go swashbuckler, but my charisma is crap.
Yeah. Yeah,
Keen.
Anola got a freaking amazing roll on the rogue she's doing in another campaign. Her AC was terrifying for.
So Keena's gonna move up behind Tallulah, take the hide action behind her, just for the effect of hopefully getting but probably fails.
So
And then
so what you guys
but
see?
he's still using her as cover for the most part, as long as she doesn't move.
Okay. So
And then sorry.
I was just trying to tell you a quick description of the room. So what you guys, that's Keen Tallulah, you see in front of you, you see several cultists, look like probably humans, maybe half elves. It's hard to see it's hard to see their ears. Hanging out in this room, all in robes. 3 of them just look like they're in normal robes, but the 4th is wearing what looks like a skull mask, as well as the robes. There's also 2 skeletons with with bows in the room, currently lifting them up. There's also a desk on the far wall with various paperwork there, and the one cult fanatic seems very surprised that you have made it this far.
The guy in the middle is the one who's getting
Actually, I
an
was gonna say that-
attempted
that's right, you
short bow
wouldn't
to his
see that.
face.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I
you
thought you were
first. No, you first. No, I suddenly realized that you can't see that guy's face. My bad. You can't tell that he's surprised.
So cult fanatic is. I'm gonna short bow. And very poorly.
Maybe should have kept using the light crossbow.
Maybe.
Roll. Let's see. Tallulah, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck me.
Shooting like through her legs or anything. He's ducking, like leaning around
Okay,
her and
So
shooting.
she gets
Oh, she had
Unfortunately,
advantage.
she took that moment to stumble, and she takes a point of damage as it skitters right by her leg.
She's just gonna like look down at Keen.
So this is like a 10-foot wide corridor, and
Okay.
she's not like I'm assuming it's 10 foot wide. It's got two.
Oh, okay. That's how
Two
you're
squares.
shooting. Never mind.
So I'm kind of stepping to the side and then moving.
I thought you were directly behind her when you were shooting. My bad. No damage to Tallulah.
I did attempt to hide behind her like at first, but then he kind of scooched up, but I can't really
Okay.
position myself other than right behind
Yeah,
her.
sorry. Because
on the map.
when you described her as like hiding right behind her, I was thinking that that would put her as.
Oh, it was gonna be like I pop out from behind her, surprise attack, and shoot the guy.
Okay.
But it didn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Kill.
All right. That's all I can really do, unless I want to just run out in the middle and risk taking a shit ton of damage. So I'm just going to take a moment to draw my other. Actually, I'll just take the opportunity to swap back to my crossbow.
Okay. Gonna shoot anybody?
Do I have an angle?
Can you see anybody in front of you?
What's the radius on light again? Is it 20/20 like a torch?
The question is, can you physically see them on the map?
There's a cult fanatic 30 feet in front
Yeah.
of you if your thing isn't.
And
set
there's
up right.
and there's light behind him. Your token should
Oh,
be able to see them.
okay.
If you can see them with your token, that means it's visible. Your token has set visibility.
I'm sorry, I don't have faith in the Roll20 lighting system with what was going on earlier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So I will attack the fanatic, the one with the.
Yeah, the skull mask. Ugh.
And that's my turn.
All right. So the first skeleton turns, sees Tallulah there, and fires the short bow at her, and misses. The cultist sees the big turtle and runs right at her, lifting their scimitar.
That hits.
But only for 3, right? Or you didn't rage yet.
I haven't raged yet.
She got to move, but hasn't actually had a turn.
It's the bane of a lot of barbarians that they forget to rage when they get a chance.
Well, so that was my question. Like, could I have raged back here and then went forward?
Yeah, that's something to remember going forward with a barbarian.
The big thing with Barbarian is that if you don't attack something, whether you hit or not, or you don't take damage for a turn, it's absurd.
Yeah.
Something needs to happen to piss you off.
Well, it's looking like Tallulah might not make her turn.
Well, this particular skeleton fires out at Kel.
That hits painfully.
Yeah. This time you feel it flood into your side, thankfully not piercing any vital organs. You feel blood just trickling down and starting to splatter onto the ground. Fangtail.
Ow.
Hi. Yeah. Welcome to the game. Oh god. Oh god. It's gone.
Are you able to move,
Seven.
Jesse?
30. There we go. And I will attack this cultist somehow.
Which one?
The one that I can see right in the corner here.
You shouldn't be able to see that guy at all. He's behind a wall. But you should be able to see this
Maybe
guy
I
over
can
here.
come inside the wall.
I think the light is like making him visible. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll attempt to attack this one.
Okay.
Okay. I can't wait to get my new PC soon. And
And that misses.
man, I should not play rogues, especially in arrow rogue. Because
Dice,
Rage.
dice gods do not like you guys tonight for some reason.
That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm raging.
Woo!
And then. I'm gonna move right here and attack the cultist in front of me with my great sword. I crit.
Nice.
Holy crap. Yeah, you just basically step up and that guy's head goes separating from his body, flying away somewhere. Blood just spurting out over the floor and draining the guy's robes. Roll,
And then
roll intimidation.
that's what I was gonna ask.
Right. I'm mad.
Holy
But
crap.
we're just gonna move here.
The two cultists look a bit shaken upon seeing, their companion's head go flying off.
Really?
Tarilla's just gonna smile at the one in front of her.
Does his head look like a cabbage?
It does. And you know what cabbages do?
They get eaten by
Oh.
turtles.
I was
Take
gonna
a
say
bite
they
out of
bounce.
his head.
They what?
They bounce.
Well, the last one that you threw didn't.
Well, it got stuck onto a skeleton.
So that cultist
So-
kind of looks at you and backs up a bit, and kind of like looks around. Like, this isn't good.
Thinking we should take a prison.
Of course, we should take a prisoner.
Nori.
Tallulah-
What?
Take a prisoner.
What? Just basically walk up and pistol whip somebody with the end of my greatsword?
I mean, I do have a
Preferably
hand
the-
crossbow, and we have a
I
pistol
think
in
if
the
you
party.
announce that you're pulling your hit to not kill, you don't kill.
Yeah,
Preferably
as-
the code fanatic.
As I said, unless that person's been already injured, is near death, and you manage to crit or do otherwise heavy damage, then yes, I will treat it as non-lethal damage. Because even pistol
I-
whipping can kill.
I'm just gonna whack this poor cultist with my mace.
I
What
thought you
happened?
didn't want to get it dirty.
I lied. Why didn't it? Did I click? Okay. It did go through.
So you did her oof as you managed to smack that guy with your mace.
Just took its sweet bloody time.
Mm-hmm. The cult fanatic seems to be looking at you guys, but then he turns towards the desk that seems to be holding various paperwork, and he grabs the torch that's nearby and just sets it on fire.
Oh, you douche.
Don't leave any evidence.
Oh, there'll be evidence.
That cultist is like looking at Tallulah and is very much shaking.
And she's like twirling her greatsword in her hands.
But then he notices Nori coming over there, and he just dashes right at Nori. Do you attack him as he tries to run away?
Opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right,
That's the
and
exact same damage as the
yep,
crit.
and as he runs, you just take his head off. His body takes a few more steps before collapsing, as blood just fountains all over
This
Tallulah.
this poor cultist. Do I need to roll intimidation again?
No, he's already scared shitless of you.
What about the
How about this
fanatic?
one?
You don't know if that guy gets scared or not. Besides, he's actually got his back to you at the moment. He's busy setting the table on fire.
He has his head about him.
Not for long.
Yes,
Actually, we
for
kinda
long.
need
We
him.
need information.
Yeah.
So Jason comes in. He sees what the cultist is doing, and he will toss a spell at him. You see fire leaving his fingertips and launching right at that guy's back.
Oh my god, Jason. Okay, never mind. I was
But
about to say,
it
oh my god,
misses.
Jason might actually be useful
It,
for once.
it misses and hits the table. More of the papers catch on fire.
Oh god damn it.
I really want to kill Jason so badly.
I mean,
You're the ones
He's
that
making
dragged him
things
over.
worse.
for one.
He told you he didn't want to come down here. You're the ones that dragged him down here.
He's a bloody mage. He should know how to deal with combat.
Don't worry,
Hey,
it's okay, I
Keen.
don't mind. He's only a one-time fling sort of guy.
I guess Keen
Uh,
is gonna rush the cultist guy in the middle and like plant his short sword in his back.
All right.
What do you mean
Isn't
by
that-
planting your short sword in his back?
Stabbing him a little.
And hope it grows.
Is
Blood
it bad
trickles
that
down
when I
his
imagine
back.
Keen running, I just hear. Tip, 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 tip.
Like skitter, skitter, skitter. Yeah, pretty much.
That
Is
is
that how you
awesome.
make a short? Is that how you make a long sword? You make a short sword, you bury it, and you water it, and with like a little bit of fertilizer.
Kel.
Exactly. That's how plants work.
All right. How's the fanatic looking?
You don't know. You just see blood trailing down, darkening his robe more. Where Keen currently it has a sword through him.
Keen's like dangling from a short sword in the middle of his back.
It is
All right.
adorable.
Kel will move here behind the cultist.
Please knock this one out.
And he's going to shoot him center mass. He's not concerned about this one. I apologize.
All right.
Please say that.
So
doesn't
that
kill
bolt goes right through the back of the guy's head and out an eyeball.
it. Cal, I really wish you weren't on my pub.
Thankfully, the bolt itself does not hit Nori. The eyeball,
Wait,
though,
if I
they
Center mass, how does it go through an eyeball?
No, he's just.
he shot it through the back of his head, and it went out through the eye socket, taking the eyeball with him. The bit of ocular fluid and trails on Nori's shoulder as the bolt wings past with the eyeball still attached.
You know, we could have used the insurance in case the fanatic died. The other guy dies.
Yeah, but be that as it may, Kel is going to wheel around at the skeleton and let loose. Ooh, a crit. A very
Nice.
bad crit, but a crit.
Mm-hmm. Every crit helps. So the skeleton turns and fires at Keen because Keen is the threat to the cultist.
Dang. Such a threat.
But it misses.
Mm-hmm. Other skeleton drops the short bow it's holding and attempts to strike Kel with the short sword.
Thank God that misses.
I could just barely kill. I get to see you pulling your stomach out of the way just as it tries to grab you in the middle. Fangtail!
Thanks, Skinny. Thanks, Skinny.
Hi. Yes. Fangtail. Once again. For another amazing attack.
Please don't kill the fanatic. Please don't kill it.
Wait, how far can I shoot?
Is it a short bow or a long bow?
Short.
Short, I believe, is 30-60? Or is it 61?
Because I'm pretty sure a normal bow was 6.
Longbow's 80, I believe.
Does it even say when I...
8320, my thingy says.
Yep, 8320. The
Okay,
longbow must be
so-
like 160 or 120.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use my short bow on the skeleton here.
All right.
Phew.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, the shot
God damn
goes
it.
bleh, misses because your bowstring suddenly snaps in your hands.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh, shit.
Tallulah,
oh my god.
Oh, no.
you're currently covered in cultist blood.
So Tallulah is just going to, like, stalk up to the skeleton. And give it a good old whack. Apparently, I can
That
only do 16
Misses,
damage.
sadly.
You've been rolling 16 damage very consistently.
Tallulah, like, looks at her greatsword, like, is it broken? The fuck?
Nori.
Alright, Nori's gonna come up to the cultist and try and knock out the cultist, not kill
Alright.
him. Non-lethal damage here.
This is one of those few times that you want to not crit with high damage.
Eh.
Alright.
I
Yeah,
didn't crit.
yeah, thankfully you made it. You swing your mace around and with the butt of the mace just whack it right into the center of the guy's mask, cracking it and sending him onto the floor.
And that is how you capture someone.
Jason kind of looking at the near corpse on the floor. Good job, and launches at a firebolt out at the skeleton by Kel.
Of course he wouldn't fire anything by me.
You have it handled.
I know.
And the bolt misses, smacking into the wall.
Oh my god.
Keaton.
Useless.
You're killing me,
Keen's
Small.
gonna pull his blade out of the dude's back and go after the skeleton that's next to Kel. Come on, you can do it. Roll.
I see
Nice.
And that's all you need.
I'm just gonna say it's dead. I'm not even gonna roll the extra.
Yeah.
Extra.
I think it's dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just a
God.
pile of dust and bone at this point. Kel, what do you do?
Permission to run over the cultist's body so I can get behind that
No.
skeleton. I'm asking permission from the DM, like mechanically, or do I need to like?
Can you?
I
Yeah.
mean, you can run
Move.
right. You don't have to actually run over anyone's form here.
I mean, it's still like yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't run over him, so yeah.
And 2 crossbow bolts into the back.
Okay. Yeah,
Ooh, you
yep,
crit, dear.
that's definitely enough.
I did.
Another
A
skeleton
very
taken
bad
out.
crit again.
Yep,
You
exact
guys
same crit.
managed to defeat them. Excellent, without taking any losses.
Tallulah's gonna walk over and just, like, hoist the cultist up.
Can I
I'm
look for
assuming the
The mask
fire has.
the mask slides off, revealing.
Yeah, Keen would probably try to start
Yeah.
patting out any
They-
fire if there's any fire still on the desk.
Yeah, that all the paperwork is on fire. It's turning to ash at the moment.
Yeah, gonna. Nori will help Keen try and. pat
Maybe
out the
take his
fire.
water skin and like sprinkle, even though that's probably gonna make things worse.
We could also take one of our jackets and smother it.
So you're doing
I'm
that. So roll a
going-
survival check. Tallulah, you're lifting up the guy. His mask goes sliding off to the floor, revealing kind of a pale or human, a man, a bit of a mustache, kind of darkish brown hair. What are you saying, Fangtail?
I've got some string, so I'm gonna see if I can fix the short bow.
Okay.
Because you said that it was the string that broke. So
Yeah.
Should I roll something? for
Nah,
it?
you're outside of combat, so you're just gonna spend some time.
You guys
fixing
want to
that.
tie that dude up
Okay.
before he starts wiggling?
Nori will start
Get
tying
his
the
hands
coat.
like so he can't
Yeah.
cast. Yeah.
Yeah,
By
Nori will
chance?
start tying the cultist up.
By chance, could Keen have advantage with that roll because I'm trying to smother it with my jacket as well? Essentially, help.
Yes. So that would be a 17.
Helping.
You gave the help action.
Do I need to roll anything for tying the cultist up?
Nah, you got your rope.
Cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, by the time you finish putting out the fire, there's really nothing left. It's just bits of ash on the desk.
Is it just like a flat top desk? Are there any drawers or like?
No, it's,
you know,
it's
look at-
mostly it's mostly really a table, but it looks like it was being used, for paperwork and whatnot.
no secret compartments or anything.
Roll an investigation check.
I'm gonna look at this thing. I'm gonna look it real hard.
You spend a little time doing that as Nori ties up the prisoner. Yes, and yes. Roll how many bolts you shot plus 1. Unfortunately,
Okay.
you check every bolt. None of them survived the match. They all shattered.
What?
You're shooting him at bone. I mean, or no, I guess there's some squishy guys.
So in this case, rolling the high is essentially a 0.
Yep. I
God
always say
damn
roll
it.
one more than how many you shot. And if you unfortunately roll the high number, that means all of your bolts are gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Call of Cthulhu that way. Call of Cthulhu, you do not want to roll high.
You
What
still
do you
want
wanna
to
roll
roll
then?
high. You still want to roll high for getting your bolts. You just don't want to roll the highest.
Yeah.
Wait, in Call of
Do you wanna
Cthulhu, why
roll
don't you want to
the
roll
highest,
high?
take one.
Because I'm guessing you don't want to roll low.
Oh no! Call of Cthulhu. You want
Oh,
to
yeah.
you want to meet or get lower than the percentile you have in a skill. So if you have 5% in a skill, you want to roll a 5 or lower out of a 1d100.
You
Is
want to
it-
roll the lowest.
Is that like Thaco, where it's just opposite? Where lower is better?
At some point, maybe we'll teach you Call of Cthulhu. But
Call of Cthulhu was fun.
yeah.
Hey, Grid.
Yep.
Does this guy? Oh, it's a long shot. But does this guy look familiar at all? Like maybe we saw him at one of our stops, or
Roll an investigation check on him. He just looks like some human that you've never met before. So, what would you guys like to do with him?
holding the cultist. I look at Nori. Where do we take him?
Probably the jail. Put him in a cell.
I mean, we might want to try and interrogate him ourselves before we hand them over to.
You know what? I'm gonna take this time to like pat down his robe
Okay.
and see if I can find anything.
Oh yeah, frisk him real good.
All right.
I'll help.
That's my
I'll
job.
help.
Look in nature's
I'll
pocket
fuck
too.
I will. Wait, yeah, there's
Sorry.
some
Oh.
good looking.
Do I need to
Gee.
roll another investigation?
Since some of you guys are helping, you now get investigation at advantage. Oh,
Ooh.
nice. So, you find a dagger. You find something. Well, actually, no, that was his. You find basically the broken pieces of the mask which fell on the floor, and you find a spell book with the following spells inside: Light, Sacred Fame, Thaumaturgy, Command, Inflict Wounds, Shield of Faith, and finally, Hold Person and Spiritual Weapon.
Wait.
Guys.
So
He's
nothing
not even-
necessarily in necromancy.
He couldn't even raise undead.
Yeah, whose skeletons are those?
That's a concern.
So, if you can just imagine this, Tallulah's like looking through this guy's clothes, and she's just like setting things aside so everybody else can look at him.
Keen's gonna go rifle the other two cultist corpses while you guys are messing with the main guy.
What do you think the
You
odds
find
are that he had
scimitars
the
on them.
pages? What do you think the odds are that he had the pages for raising dead on his table? That he just.
Probably.
But I agree with you. We should interrogate him first. But I still think we should take him up. Maybe there's a reward involved.
Yeah, we interrogate him, then we'll hand him to the proper authorities.
Agreed.
And then get our companion out of jail, hopefully.
Kinda lost.
What was that, Jesse?
Can I have that dagger? I kinda lost mine before.
Take it.
That's up to Tallulah. Tallulah's the one that scavenged it.
Tallulah put it to the side.
Oh, okay.
Technically, it's up to anyone.
Alright.
2 scimitars and the cultists too. The dead guys.
Well, there's actually 3 altogether, since there's another cultist there. But
Oh, okay. Their corpses are gone, so I don't remember how many. We
sorry,
murdered.
there was 3.
And
plus
Tallulah killed
two
them so
skeletons.
fast, you know. They're kind of all in like chunks together.
It was kind
Tallulah
of
was just like,
To like reassemble the bodies to figure out how many there were originally.
let's just count the heads.
Yeah, just count the heads. It's easier.
Tallulah
They're all
said-
off.
She said, "Hold my beer."
Mhm.
Hold my cabbages.
Yep.
Yep.
Head will
Uh,
roll.
We just need to wait until he wakes up now.
Pee on him, that'll make him wake up.
Wait, does that mean we got a small rest or something?
Who here is good at intimidating people? Or
Tallulah's
in
just,
fact, who's good at interrogating?
Tallulah's gonna
more
walk
accurate.
up and just like start poking the guy. Hey,
Like who's good at persuading and being angry?
Yes, pretty much is what I'm looking for.
Keen's like, not me. I'm about as
I'm good
charming as a rock.
I'm good at inflicting harm. It's whether or not that'll actually get the information out's the question.
and Tallulah's just like leaning over this guy, poking him in the cheek. Hey,
I guess I'll work with Tallulah then.
hey, wake your sleepy ass up.
Eyes slowly open. They look very bloodshot.
Good morning.
Oh, you're finally awake.
We got some
Here,
eggs
let,
and
let me
bacon.
sit you up. And I sit him up like on a wall, like over here.
Alright.
So, you want to tell us what you and your friends were doing?
Who are you? You have such strange accents.
Tell me what you and your friends were doing.
It's none of your business, outsider.
It is my business.
What
It
are you
is
even
our business.
doing down here?
We're rat catchers. Nice to meet you, rat.
You're foul mercenaries fouling our land.
We are not mercenaries, thank you very much.
We don't even want to be down here. But
And you
thanks to you,
shouldn't be.
You're
Well, my-
raising dead bodies in puddles of shit. You're literally a muckrake.
Tallulah says, but now, him and I smell like shit.
Foreigners, you
Because we had to
shouldn't.
come down here.
You didn't need to come down here. That was your choice. You shouldn't be
So-
complaining at me for your choice.
Tallulah like grabs the front of his robe and pulls him real close to her face.
And there's his
What?
eyes at her.
What are you doing?
Trying to free our lands.
I'm gonna need a little more information than that, or you can end up like your 3 buddies over there and have your head off your shoulders.
Kind of glances over towards their
Yeah,
bodies.
I wouldn't get Tallulah angry.
Yeah, well, they gave their lives for the cause.
Are you willing to give yours?
He kind of like narrows his eyes at her for a moment. That's how it must be, that's how it must be. He grits his teeth.
She pulls out the spell book and is like, there's some interesting things in here.
That's mine. You shouldn't be touching that.
She holds it up. This one? And she starts like running her hand all over it. This one?
Ugh,
This spell book.
disgusting creature.
Oh, hey Grizz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey Grizz. While I was searching him for stuff, would he have to roll a d12?
Oh God. All right, all right. I'll roll it.
Average.
Yeah. Hmm. So Tallulah's like, well, I guess you do need work to be your wife, considering you can't have one with women. They don't like small things.
The guy just kind of glares at you some more.
It's like a little worm.
Now you watch your mouth.
He might not be into the ladies. He might be into the bone.
Yeah, that's
Shut
true,
up.
that's true.
It's the only one
It
he gets a
definitely
rise
seems
out of.
like. How'd you even get undead here?
That's
You don't
none of
even
your
have it in your
business.
spell book. It is very much our business.
No, it ain't. You ain't
Yes, it
locals.
is.
Tallulah like picks him up and holds him against the wall.
Lousy foreigners.
So he's
We're here.
like his feet are off the floor.
Ah! Stop it! Let
We're
go!
doing- We are under orders from the king.
He ain't my king.
Well, clearly
Then
he
I guess
is.
you ain't a native.
Nori, can I just kill him?
Not yet. Just
My
get,
people
get ready there.
been down this way since before those stupid cows came to these lands.
He's just mad that the other one beat him in a fight.
Yeah, we probably ought to keep him so we can train him for that idiot bard of ours.
Yeah.
I look over over Nori's shoulder. I'm like, hey, Fang,
Yeah.
you can have this one.
What are you
What?
trying to say? That I
Go
can
on.
stab it with his own dagger?
No,
Oh,
you
No,
cannot.
no, 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 don't kill him.
No. Mm-mm.
And
He could be one of your flings too.
What?
You had a problem with cows. What about a cat?
what do you mean?
I'm
What
gonna
I
be
want
looking
was
at
some
Fang's tail.
Fleabag.
Like, Tallulah just her mouth opens. You know, do you want to die? Is that your end goal?
Is death really worth it?
He's just
I mean-
muttering to himself, repeating things he already said.
Because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of done with cutting heads off today. So I'd probably just start with an arm first.
Roll an intimidation check.
Ah, fuck.
Start with Pinky. The last one.
She's
He
just,
laughs.
she's just like this cute little turtle, like, I'm gonna cut your arm off, and he's like, oh.
And yet, she's already demonstrating cutting heads off. They just kind of harumphs and looks away from her.
No, he just looks at Tallulah. Do you call that intimidating?
Look, okay, I'm better at knocking heads off in the moment. Okay. Look,
I mean,
I'm
the
just
way
a
I
muscle.
see it,
Do you want me to punch you so that means you can rage?
I mean,
No,
The
she's
way
out of
I
rage at
see
this
it-
point.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not willing to give us information, and if they set him up for public execution, he's just gonna die a martyr. I'd say we should still give him the authorities, but then put him out of his misery in a place where he can't provide any more influence.
Any way of doing that
Misery.
without.
He lives in shit with skeletons to talk to.
I had some people to talk to before you came along.
I like look at him. Do you need to see somebody?
I think it's time for him to see his maker.
Tallulah like sits him down and starts pulling out her greatsword. Can I?
Tallulah.
No.
Sadly, we need to trade him for the bard.
Unlike him, we follow the laws of the land.
But
I mean-
then I can stabby, right?
If they allow it.
Come on, I don't get to do this every day.
It
If
looks
they
at the
allow it.
the heads. But you already did it.
Yeah, but there's one more right here. I have to be so uptight at the office. You know how many people's heads I want to chop off daily?
So we just had to get you out of your shell.
But no, it's against company policy.
He just looks at her and he's like, you know how hard it is for me not to pick the lock on the snack machine and just take it all?
Yes.
Do you know how hard it is not to put a crossbow bolt into the middle of the projector screen at the end of yet another?
Wait, you keep your hand crossbows with you during meetings?
I always keep it on me.
Isn't that against policy?
They let me keep it hidden.
Yeah, I can't really do the whole conceal carry thing. It's too
You see-
big. And
when
she
you
just
see her
looks
do
at the
that,
fanatic.
And did you were when you guys were gathered in Alec's office, you did notice that he does have a sword. It keeps a large sword in there. He doesn't carry it around with him to meetings or anything, but he does keep it in his office.
Maybe I should keep my mace spec in my office. My little cubicle.
The fanatic's eyes were just kind of darting around at this point, like, what the fuck are they talking about?
We went from intimidating him to just discussing between each other.
Nonsense. In his ears, that's all nonsense.
Either way, let's take him to the authorities, tell him what's going on, and mention the possibility of a private execution so, again, he doesn't garner any influence. They don't
And
need
if they-
martyrs. They need to
If
be
they accept
exterminated.
If they accept a private execution, then Tallulah, chop his head off.
A lot better than keeping these people from resting properly, instead desecrating their bodies.
That's what you know.
Can we just
Kel?
figure out what we're gonna do so we can get out of this sewer? I mean,
Kel is going to take one of his short swords and cut a scrap of cloth from one of the other cultist robes and just hold on to that for him.
Okay.
Alright, come on, Tallulah. You're gonna carry him. Make him follow you. I'd rather get out of here now. Done our job.
That you guys have. And unless you guys wish to explore more of the sewer, we're going to call it quits for the evening and pick it up next week with you guys trading this dude for your erstwhile your bard that's been sitting in jail all day.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yay.
We survived our first combat.
Your
We
first.
don't even get any money out of him.
We might.
I just like at the end, we just, instead of interrogating, we just started talking about the office.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, wasn't giving us any information, and also considering we weren't able to do intimidation checks or persuasion or anything like that, other than the one, we weren't getting information out of them.
yeah, we were at a
These are
point where
complete
he's just gonna
development.
keep winding up about us being foreigners.
Yeah, you're just gonna keep on with the xenophobic diatribe.
Yeah.
Hey, Grizz, on the way out, could I try and charm him to speak a bit while we're walking out?
Why didn't you do that earlier?
Like flirt with him?
Yeah,
Why didn't you flirt with him before?
You didn't take the
Because I
hint.
wanted him to be on the back of the turtle with his face.
Tallulah was offering.
You're gonna try to woo him from the back of a turtle.
You're already going to get disadvantage at the attempt.
Tallulah was offering.
After
You turned it down.
both the
I know,
position
but-
and after everything this guy has been through at this point, you have to be rolling persuasion at disadvantage. But if you wish to try,
Okay.
you can.
Bam! Disadvantage. 12.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
pretty good.
doesn't seem to be going for it though.
Okay, that's alright, pencil dick.
I'm sure at this point it'd be a pencil and a mind shift.
Oh God. As it, and with that, we bidding goodbye to tonight, to the rest of tonight.